I'm not sure what that's gonna do uh when you change the layout. There you go, perfect.
Yeah, that's better. It's really hard to see the comments.
What about if it's like, well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I wasn't sure if it needed to be moved up or not, but I don't think so. If you stay this way,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay this way, and then what I'm gonna do is put my other account in one of the boxes to just sort
yeah,
of
that's
keep it.
good. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the comments. Actually, I'm gonna share really quick. I gotta get. I just woke up. I gotta get these dogs. I gotta get up and feed them and get them ready to go for a walk. I've been sitting here for a half hour. I'm probably gonna be in trouble. Who am I sharing to? Let's see. Oh, I was like, why is it echoing? Is that me?
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better. I think it was just because it was both accounts.
All right, yeah, let me get my headpiece in so I can start talking.
You're good. I'm just sharing at the moment. Everybody give some melanated a few minutes.
Is that better?
While you're waiting, go ahead and, yeah, I can hear you. Tap your screens. Let's get this live moving a little bit so that she can start bringing people up. Um, Start tapping. Tap, tap,
I
tap.
can't hear anything.
You can't hear us
Oh,
or
I can
me?
hear you now.
Okay. Where am I going here? Oh, here we go. Let's see.
All right, so I'm not letting anyone up until I get to 2,000 likes.
I wouldn't either. If it was me. It's just me.
Yeah.
Share the live to your friends and 5 closest problematic people. You can also hit the little arrow in the corner and click share, and that will count as a share every single time you do it, or click copy, I mean, and that will count as a share every time you do it. I feel like I already showed it to those people, but what's happening here? Maybe not. Maybe my thing's not working quite right. There we go. Let's try that. Okay. We got one in the box, it looks like already. I haven't looked to see who it is, but tap, 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 y'all. Let's tap, tap, tap. Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, we know who Andrea is. I'm sorry. Sorry. Have you got your bingo card ready? So I want, and I haven't even started dropping information yet. So I want to know why y'all think that it's okay to teach your kids to not see color. Nobody said anything about teaching them to not be racist, but what do you think happens when you teach them to not see color? And that's okay, Megan. Taco, do you think that if they make friends that they still won't, say racist things?
Sammy, I already explained I deleted your comment. I removed your comment, and I'm going to remove it every time I see you make an offensive comment. I'm going to assume, based on your behavior, that your parents probably taught you to not be racist. Because this is or you to not see color, because this is the kind of behavior that people that don't see color do, Sammy. They say the things like you said that got your comment muted. Too bad your parents didn't do a better job.
Yeah, and people that don't see color actually say more racist things, Joshua. I didn't see what Sammy said.
She called someone Candace Owens, like trying to be derogatory.
Oh, exactly, Maya. When we hit 2K likes, I'll start inviting people up.
That works for me. I'm not looking at the comments much right now because I'm walking around trying to get stuff together. Just so you're aware.
So if y'all want to come up, you better start tapping. Wait, is Sammy black?
I don't believe so.
Taco, if you say racist things in a joking or friendly manner, it's still racist. Like, I don't know what point you're trying to make.
I wasn't. I didn't look. I just didn't think that the comment was appropriate. I mean, regardless of who it came from, it didn't seem appropriate.
I mean, to be honest, she's not wrong.
I deleted it just in case, but it was only a 5 second mute. It was like a removal mute. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a long mute. It was just a removal mute.
Actually, Joshua, no, it's not founded on hate. It was founded on the belief that white people are superior. What the fuck?
If you are Sammy, I apologize, but I wasn't sure, and when we've got people coming in saying things, I just wanted to get it out of the chat. So apologize if you are.
Bethany,
Hello.
It got
hi.
cold.
Could you give us your age, race, and pronouns and then answer the prompt?
I am white and indigenous. Um, she is fine as a pronoun.
Sorry.
And what else?
Your age.
32.
Okay, what are your thoughts on the background?
My thoughts, I kind of see both sides, honestly. I see where, parents who teach their kids not to see color. Um, because regardless, there are, everybody has their perspective on things. For me, it's more of I'm teaching my kids love. Um, do obviously people see color, and a lot of people do instead of they actually see for me it's like we all bleed the same, we're all the same person, and a lot of people do not see that. So, and I have mixed children, so in my eyes, I want my kids to know both sides, and but I also want them to know love. So I don't have a preference. Like if my kids get older and they want to date somebody, and for me it's they can date whoever. But my biggest thing is, do I technically think that not seeing a color is neglectful? Not teaching your kids, um, I guess, education, or teaching your kids um, the past, or teaching your kids about things in history. Um, as long as they're aware of that and they're aware, to me, their own culture as well, and that's the biggest thing for me. Is that's how I see it. I do see the side of them not educating their kid on, and they say, "Oh, it's all love and everything like that." It just doesn't make sense. It is kind of neglectful because you're not educating your child.
Okay, so the thing with teaching your kids to not see color is that what it's actually doing, it's shutting down conversations, important conversations about race, right? So while I do believe that people should be judged on character, but when you say, "Oh, I don't see color," number one, you do actually see it, but you are choosing to ignore a part of their identity, right? And then what tends to happen is that you're more likely to be unaware of when racism is actually happening. So like if your kid is in the work, well, as they grow up, as they're in the workplace, right, they're not going to recognize all forms of racism when it's happening. And if they don't recognize it, they're not going to be able to stand up against it. And actually, there's also, one second. So there's actually a lot of studies that have been conducted on this, and it's been confirmed that people that were raised to not see color, they're actually more likely to use microaggressions than people that were raised to see color.
This I agree with. I totally agree with what you just said.
And also, so another thing is that when people say, I don't see color, they're trying to be inclusive, but then again, it's just a way to just shut down the conversation. So it's the same as when, if we're talking about BLM, right? And then the response to that is all lives matter. That again is also just, it's being said to shut down that conversation. And they are important conversations to have. Right? Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I mean, honestly, I'm just listening to you. I mean, to me, you can learn a lot from other people. And I feel like the reason why I come into lives like this too is also to learn more. You want to learn, as, to me, as a person who have mixed race children and have different things like that. Like I teach my children both sides, and I do believe in racism. I do believe in racism on both ends. Do I believe that there are more racist people in African American, that happens? Yes, I do. When Black Lives Matter happened and stuff like that, I was in support of it. And I feel like everybody narrows it down and they think that um, people don't see color when a lot of people do, because there were people who were raised in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. All of this happened, and people don't educate themselves on this, and it happens. People get on a daily basis, uh, get because of the color of their skin, or because of um, they're not black enough or not white enough, or there's so many different kinds of to be racist. And I hate that. Like I hate the tone of that. But I also want to educate my children, make sure that they know that racism does exist.
Right, and that's a good way to go. Right, I'm gonna just go on to the next guest. I want to try and get through everyone. You're free to stay up on the panel for now, and if you want to add anything else, I'll come back to you.
I'll go ahead and drop down, but I appreciate you having me up, and I will still be in the chat. Thank you so much.
Before she
All
drops,
right, thanks for coming up.
can I ask a quick question before she drops?
Okay, yeah.
Um, oh shit, now I can't even remember what my question was. Well, it doesn't matter now because now I can't remember.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Now I can't remember. I was doing the dogs and then forgot. What was it though? It was something. I don't remember. Now I don't remember. It's okay.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Witchy.
Hi, all. Um, I think there are many parts of the neglect that are coming from this ideology of the Nazi color. I think it really does come to some of the things on my charts where it comes to this like right to comfort. Part of the problem with the not seeing color is that it ignores the consequences of identity in our society, and it acts like um, everything is equal and fair and shared equally among social and racial groups in the United States, and that's not really super helpful to teaching kids when they go into society and they can tell directly that that isn't true. So it's a little bit like Santa Claus, right? Maybe when they're babies, the rainbow of diversity is okay. Where they're babies, they don't know anything about the topics, and they hang out with a bunch of different other babies that might be of different backgrounds from them, and you can like sing along to a baby, but it really lets the oppressor off the hook to carry that forward in educating our kids that there are no differences, because there are cultural differences and ethnicity differences. And also, when you think about the diversity rainbow of not seeing color, there's still all this categorization happening. So to pretend that like that isn't going to be impactful, like as an example, you can't really teach this to people from other racial or ethnic groups. The only way that this works is for white kids. And that's part of what makes it obvious that it's racist and neglectful, right? The only rainbow of diversity, like not seeing color adherents or acolytes, are white people exerting their privilege in how they choose to teach their kids, because people from marginalized groups don't have the option of saying, don't see color, guys. Like that's a luxury that lots of people don't have.
Agreed. Joshua,
Yeah,
give us your age, race, and pronouns.
33, white, Italian, and Irish. And I am a straight
Joshua.
white male.
I'm just going to stop you right there. Italian and Irish are not races. They're ethnicities, and the host asked specifically about your race. So give her your race. And there's only 5 of those in the U.S., just so you're aware.
He did
I'm
say.
all 3 of those, but
I heard that. I want to
your
make
rudeness aside, ma'am, by the government, I am still
Excuse me?
considered white, but
Did
those
you
are
just
my...
say, did you just say my rudeness? Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, I think it was your rudeness by trying to avoid the host's question and simply answering that you're white. The
Isn't
other
that an
information
assumption?
wasn't necessary.
You asked for my
Did-
race. I answered the question.
Right.
Now you're trying
And
to pick
again, sir, you also included your ethnicities in there that are not races. That's all I did was remind you that those are not races. I wasn't rude. In fact, I
per
was
my
very polite.
ancestry, those are races. That's fine. We can have
I
our own-
was very polite, is my point. You just
were
did not
I was
like
just
it.
being rude now.
Nah,
You
you was
did
being a
not
bitch.
like it, and that is your problem, not mine, sir.
Sounds like it's your
That
problem.
might
and
get you
you're
closer to a bingo too there. So
trying to
melanated.
manipulate to perceive me as the issue. But anyway, your
That's dense.
distraction aside, let's get to the matter at hand.
We'll talk about whatever we want to talk about, whenever we want to talk about it. You don't dictate that on this
Granny,
thing.
stop being a
So melanated
bitch.
is ready
You don't
to move
know
on.
what
So
you're
melanated.
talking about.
And you've got to try harder than that, guys. If you think calling me a bitch is going to upset me, you're wrong.
You kicked
I
him out.
embrace it.
Seems like
I
did
embrace
upset
it,
you,
and I
but-
live by it. You're going to have to come up more than 2 at a time.
Also,
Not tolerating it.
Joshua,
Not
Also,
tolerating it is
Joshua.
not the same as being upset.
Joshua.
What's up?
Also, you were, before you started to state your pronouns, I think I heard you say straight.
Yes, I am. Those are my
I have
pronouns.
no-
straight white
I
male.
have no interest in your sexuality.
I can
I
say
don't care.
attack Apache helicopter. That's fine. That's a
So
problem.
he doesn't know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality, and he also doesn't understand that his sexuality has absolutely nothing to do with his pronouns.
There's a number of
You
pronouns
should go back to school,
that
sir.
assume sexuality. Evidently, you're still unaware of this in 2024. That's fine. You made a comment on my intelligence. I'll make one on yours. We
He,
can put
him,
the ball in your
she,
court.
her, they, them. It's very simple, and none
Those
of
are
that
the
is
very
sexuality,
basics.
sir.
You're poorly educated. Okay,
I'm
those
poorly
are
educated. I have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, and 2 associate's degrees. How many do you have, Joshua?
actually
Right.
have a master's as
Exactly.
well as a bachelor's
Exactly.
and run 3
Exactly.
businesses. And all
Exactly.
you
In
can
business,
do,
yeah, that has
showing
nothing to
your
do with
low
anything else, sir.
intelligence, is that you can only interrupt people.
You know that
cannot
your
allow for a
fragility is
conversation.
showing.
You
Do you
cannot
know
allow
that your
for a
fragility is
conversation.
showing?
All you can do is talk over others.
I didn't
You're,
talk over you. I
you're
just waited for you
pinning,
to finish that sentence, didn't
you're
I?
pinning your insecurities and your inadequacies onto me and other people.
Oh,
I've
I'm
seen
not
it.
insecure about my sexuality or the pronouns that I use. My
Psychology
pronouns are she,
dictates
her.
that
It's very easy.
I have a master's
So,
in psychology.
melanated, what are your pronouns, melanated?
My
Case in
pronouns are
point.
they, them.
I apologize. I probably misgendered you then. I apologize very, very profusely. Witchy, what are your pronouns?
Let's go.
Huh, Witchy?
He, him.
He, him. Okay. Are those related to your sexuality?
No.
No. Right. Okay. Just making sure I wasn't undereducated.
Oh, you are. Because again, look up basic pronouns.
In
What you're
sexuality
doing
class,
to
I don't think
yourself.
I'm undereducated to speak
Oh,
about
you
sexuality.
clearly are. However, what you're doing to yourself is a psychological term called cognitive
I
dissonance.
have a psychology
You're
degree,
coming
sir. I don't
outside
need you
and
to
you still
explain
can't let me
psychology
talk
to me.
because you don't
I
know
don't need
basic knowledge.
psychology explained to
Because
me
you
by
don't
a
know basic
business
knowledge,
major.
you have to talk over other people.
By a
And
business
you
major,
don't,
sir.
and you don't want people to explain their reasoning. That's why you're very minute crowd of people in
Oh, I'm
society.
chosen to speak over you
fails,
because you said I was rude when all I did was be honest with you and you were too
and you
fragile to
have
handle
done
it.
nothing but rude
So now
beforehand
I'm
and
going to make
still
sure
ongoing.
everybody sees all of your fragility and that I get so melanated
You are
a
so
couple of
inept and
dobs
uneducated.
on their
So
bingo
as
card,
I
which
was
I'm
saying,
pretty sure you've already put a couple on the bingo card. So let's go bingo. A couple on the bingo card. So let's go bingo.
your frugality is cute.
Right. So Joshua,
What's up?
what are your thoughts on the background?
In which case?
Well, I take it that you see the background. You were yapping in
Oh,
the
you're
comments,
talking
so
about,
clearly
yeah,
you have
right.
something to say about it.
Now, I got a lot to say. She just can't let people speak. But to what
And I'm asking
specifically
you,
do you want to refer to? And I'm happy to cover it.
You read the background, Joshua? It's right there. It was up there before you got up
So
here.
you're talking about the background on the live. Gotcha.
What the
Okay.
hell else would we be talking about, Josh?
You need to calm down. You have been
I
jumping
won't
all
calm down. I won't calm down for the poor little baby who needs a bottle and a nap.
Quiet
Get
down
over
there,
yourself.
snowflake.
If you can't handle strong, assertive women, Joshua, that speaks to you and your issue, not me and mine, buddy.
So you're with your inadequacies, ma'am. You misperceive rudeness, being masculine, being incompetent all around is a strong, independent
Sir,
woman.
you called me rude.
However,
You called
that
me
being
rude.
said, hey,
And
what
you
comes
want
around
me to
comes
say that
around.
I misperceived how you said that? No, I
What
didn't.
comes
You
around
called me
goes
rude.
around. Now, if you're done
Oh,
diverting
one way.
to
No, I will not be done until your ass drops off this panel.
now, if
So
you're
you
done
better either
diverting
buck
to
up
the
and be
topic
ready
at
to deal with an assertive woman the entire time that you're here, or fucking drop.
oh, you're so soft. You can't handle a
You're the
assertive.
one who was upset that a woman told you something and then you called her rude and now you're being held to the fire for it.
You
And you
are
don't like that.
manipulating left and right. You need to calm down.
Manipulating?
You
Okey
don't know what
dokey.
you're talking about.
You guys do hear this, right?
You're
I hope everybody
constantly
hears it.
reflecting
yes.
your issues on
Loud
the
and
other
clear.
people. Just cool it and let's stick to the matter at hand then.
Then
So,
answer
We're
the
still waiting
background.
for
How do
you.
you feel
learn
about
to
parents who
shut
do
up
not
and
teach their
stop
children to see
diverting
color?
from the topic. Holy
Address the
crap.
background,
Then learn
Joshua.
to shut up,
Address
ma'am.
the background. I won't shut up till you address the background.
Then learn to shut up, and I'm happy to.
No,
As I was
Josh.
saying.
Answer
Yes.
the host's question.
No, you're not letting me. And I'm going
Don't
to play you
speak to
again.
me again, Josh, because
I'm gonna
I
play you
will
again.
continue to talk at you.
That's fine. I'll continue
That's
doing this
fine,
as
Josh.
long as you play
Your
your childish
immaturity is
nonsense.
showing, Josh.
All right, reflection. Understood. So, as I
I'm
was
still
saying,
waiting.
then let me talk. Holy shit. As I was saying, pertaining to the banner on the live, I don't understand the argument, I guess. Yeah, there's her immaturities. So,
That much was
what
obvious.
was brought up is that we should see, shut up, is that we should see differences
Tell him
based
to
on
shut up.
people.
What, you can't handle men now either?
Oh, you're so
Yeah,
incompetent.
you
All right.
don't want to go there.
You guys can't even let me speak, and that's why you fail to get society
Sir,
support.
I've been quiet multiple
from your
times and you're
copycat
just
hands.
yapping. Watch. I am going to mute myself and I guarantee your
Then
ass
learn
still
to do
doesn't
so,
address the
because
background.
you
Actually, I
don't
won't mute
fucking
myself,
let
but I'll be
anything
quiet.
happen. So calm the fuck down. Holy
Watch.
shit.
Watch. I
Answer
bet
the
you still
damn
don't address
question.
it.
Chill. We need to bring the chill pill back to society for women like you. Cool it.
Can you
As
just
I was
answer the
saying,
background, please?
See, he
then
couldn't
shut
do
up.
it.
As I
He
was
couldn't
saying,
do it.
I was brought up, then shut up. I was brought up to see differences in people based on their racial color. Your childish attempts to antagonize me isn't going to work. As I was saying,
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up,
It
hold
is
up,
working, bro, and everybody sees it. And I didn't even have to try.
hold on. You just said you were brought up to see the differences.
yes,
So why do you feel so strongly when the background doesn't apply to you?
actually, it affects all of us. As I was saying,
How?
I was brought up to see the differences in people by identifying race. As I was trying to say, I was actually very close in saying so, which that
I
resulted
didn't stop you that time, did I? But you still didn't spit it out all the way,
I
huh?
didn't say you did. Now shut up, because all you're
No,
doing
and now I
is
definitely won't
proving-
shut up. You're not going to tell me
all
to shut
you're
up. You
doing
told
is
Richie to shut up.
proving
Now you've
you
told
don't
me to
want
shut up.
people
Why
to
don't
talk.
you shut up? Why don't you go
All
stick
you're
your dick in
doing
your mouth, bro?
is proving me right. You're not letting people talk. You keep interrupting. Just learn to stop your wild antics.
You
That's-
don't
My
have anything
wild
to do
antics. So
with
now I'm wild. Now I'm also wild.
Joshua, you haven't said
what
anything
you're
worthwhile. Not
Well,
one.
then don't interrupt me.
All you've
You
done
got-
is cry
As
like a
I'm-
baby.
You got lost in the background, man. It's an easy thing, right? It's easy. And you're like,
Maybe it's your
but
short
maybe
attention
in
span.
this,
That is
I
a common
think,
problem
but
with
like,
today's
and your confession that you're a bigot is like not helpful.
You don't know what you're talking about. Must be
You
your
just
short attention.
confessed that you were a bigot when you were growing up.
I said nothing about a bigot. See, you don't let people
So
talk.
how
You
about we
don't
do
let
this?
people explain.
How about if really quickly, well, it's up to you, so melanated. Never mind. Go ahead. I was gonna make a suggestion, but if you want, since Josh can't do it, if you'd like, I'll address the background from my point of view. Or Josh can shut up and address the background. He can actually, as soon as I'm done speaking, address the background and not say anything to me, and instead turn around and speak to you and address the background.
I'm more than happy
Talk to the
if you
host
could
now
learn
and not
to
me.
shut up. I'm happy
Of
to if you could
course he
learn to
can't.
shut up.
I
But
just
if you want to
said I
pretend to be so smart, which
literally.
you've proven you're
Okay.
not, then
So
go.
now I'm done, Josh. So I'm gonna mute you,
So
and
go.
I'm gonna. I got the button so that you don't gotta worry about it. I'm gonna continue to mute you because I literally said I would be quiet so you could address the background, and that all you had to do was turn around and talk to the host and address the background. So now I'm going to not mute you and give. I don't know if you'll be able to figure it out on your own or if we'll have to send you an invite. But when you unmute, do not speak to me. Speak to the host of the live, so melanated about her background. So now I'm going to mute you, and now I'm going to give you a chance to unmute and not unmute when I'm done and not
See?
speak
You
to
can't shut
me.
up.
Unmute when I am done.
Then shut up.
You know what? I got it.
Host, as I was trying to say,
He's not competent for this
No, he
conversation.
can re-request when he's learned how to go suck a fucking dick in a baby bottle. Grow up, Josh. He was a waste.
Right,
Sorry. Whoever. Go ahead.
right. So, Grammy, what are your thoughts on the background?
Since Josh made it so hard, this is how you answer the question. My thoughts on the
You made it
background are
hard.
very.
Shut up, Tom.
Not you two. My thoughts on the background are very simple. I strongly believe what's on the background. And I say that from personal experience as the parent who made the mistake of teaching their child to not see color. When you do not teach your children to not see color, they are not prepared for society. I did all the good things. I told her, treat everybody the same, treat everybody equal, always stick up for people, always do those things, right? I taught her all of that. But I failed to teach her about society and how society treats people and how to prepare herself for that and how to prepare herself to not be harmful to other people, right? Because she could be flapping her mouth to the police and one of her friends could get the raw end of the stick for her flapping her mouth, right? Those are the lessons that I failed to teach her. And now I've got a 30-year-old kid who can't have these conversations, who it's hard for her to have these conversations. Just like it's hard for a lot of the people that come up on these panels to have these conversations, because nobody wants to face the fact that they've been lied to. Nobody wants to face the fact that they've been indoctrinated, that their parents maybe taught them wrong information, that based on the fact their parents taught them wrong information, that they have inadvertently harmed people because of that. Right? Nobody wants to ever admit that to themselves. As a parent, that is something that is very hard to come to terms with. Knowing that you've done something harmful to your child in some way and not preparing them for society is neglectful, and neglect is harm. That's pretty much it.
Thank you, Grammy. Cece.
Hi, do I have to introduce myself? Sorry, I've never been on your live before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, do we need age, race, pronouns, or how do you do it? Sorry.
Yeah, so age, race, and pronouns.
Okay, I'm 29, I'm they, them, and I am Black.
Okay, and your thoughts on the background?
My thoughts on the background, so not only from a scholarly perspective, but also lived experience. When you teach a child not to see color or to adhere to color blindness, what you're doing is you're in a way keeping them from knowing how to prepare for the world at large. A lot of the times people they think they have good intentions with it, but they don't realize that they are essentially socially preparing the child to be taken advantage of or to take advantage of others inadvertently. And so it is neglectful because in a perfect world, or in a world before colonization, color didn't exist essentially in that way. Race was not a big deal. It wasn't something that people of color created. That was a white construct, right? But since we live in a world where that is now the common thing, that is the standard now, that was placed upon different people, it is in bad faith to treat your child as if they will never be a victim of profiling, as they get older. And another thing that people fall on, well, kids don't see color. Yes, they do. If you pay attention to child development, or you're in an environment where you are around children, let's say an educational environment, children acknowledge brown skin, blonde hair, braids, different things that make a person who they are, their identity, right? They're not going to pretend that it's not there. But they will, talk to those kids and play with those kids. They'll ask questions. Now, the issue is that adults forget that because, like it was stated earlier, people get programmed to not see certain things or to look past certain things, right? But children don't do that. And as adults who sometimes mean well, they forget that that's not everybody. People do see these things. You can't tell another adult not to see color because they will. They may act like they don't, but they definitely do. We can see that when we look at the prison and the military industrial complex. Look at who makes up most of those numbers. So it's not an accident. And it's definitely not an imagination thing. It's not something that's just, feelings or opinions. This is real life, and if someone is racist, unfortunately, and they're in a position of power, they will act upon that power how they see fit. And it's in bad faith to tell your child that their skin color doesn't matter, or that love is love, and et cetera, because they could fall victim to that. You can be an upstanding citizen minding your business, and someone will make it your problem. It doesn't matter. It is very neglectful. And there are statistics behind it. Someone like Frances Cress Welsing, she, has a lot of data on it, and you can read up on it. This is not just something people are imagining, or it only happened in the 50s and 30s and 20s. This is still a big issue here. And in the instance of law, if it can be bought out because of bias, everyone's affected by that. So everyone should want to be at least anti-racist and learn, so that no one falls victim to it. But that's my piece on it.
Okay, I appreciate that. This is not about you, but some house cleaning. Tom, you can't laugh at those jokes and stay in this party. I'm sorry. And we do have people using directly bigoted language in the chat. And Tom, like I said, I would send you home if I was a mod just for
Who is it?
lolling that.
Who is it? Tom?
VP Trump
Trump.
using the N word in the chat, and Tom is laughing.
I don't see VP Trump.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was getting
Not
dressed.
funny, Tom.
Pathetic. You're an incel, buddy. You
Me?
don't let anyone say.
We're gonna do a 5-second on
That's
Tom.
the thing. Look, my kids are Mexican and white, and I teach them.
Mexican is not a race, so
Not a race, buddy.
I didn't say it was a race, you dumbass. I teach them to be
You
respectful.
did when you
I don't
said that
need
they're
your
Mexican and white. That's what you said. They're Mexican and white, so
your no
they're
parent ass
Oh,
having
goodness.
people talk. You guys
Sir, I don't know what
are
your
ignorant,
problem
old, and
is,
stupid.
but Mexican is not a race, and you actually did say your kids are Mexican and white.
You're racist. You're plain old.
Bye.
And again,
Sorry,
I know
Mr.
I'm
Smith.
over judgment, but I would say 82 has to go home too. Like, you can't break bread with bigoted white supremacists and fascists and hang out with us at the same time. I'm sorry. You can hide your racism, but if you openly break bread with bigoted behavior in the chat, why would we want to talk to you?
Right. Coco.
Hey, so melanated. So my name is Coco. I am 38, YT, and I go by she, her. To touch on the background, I think that my opinion is that parents that teach their kids not to see color are very neglectful. I think that the whole colorblind ideology, it just doesn't work. Parents think they're embracing diversity when they ignore it, but it's basically saying that a group of individuals are invisible. Unless you actually have vision problems, we see color. We are different, and shying away from that can accidentally or inadvertently teach kids that we're uncomfortable talking about the difference, which when you're uncomfortable about something, it's going to become synonymous with it's bad. And when YT parents say we don't see color, it discourages them from acknowledging their own whiteness. And I think YT families that minimize the history of racism by avoiding, the ugly truths, which is what they are, it completely does a disservice to the children. And another point is that families of color can't avoid this conversation about racism because it's a part of their everyday life. So the fact that YT parents have an option to discuss it is a perfect example of white privilege. I think if we want to raise conscious, healthy minded children, having this conversation is really necessary. And otherwise, children can come to their own negative assumptions, their own conclusions rather, when it's not discussed openly. I think shutting down the colorblind theory kind of opens doors for families to discuss a lack of diversity, racial biases. You know, like, I just think parents don't discuss race and racism with their children are usually the ones with racial biases themselves. And I think all in all, it just does the children a disservice.
Right, absolutely. I wanted to add on to what you were saying. So, there was one study that was actually conducted in a segregated middle school, and what was observed was that the um, they weren't even able to say anything about anybody's race because it was actually seen as taboo. And so one of the side effects of that was that when students and faculty did experience racial issues, it was just impossible for them to deal with it.
Yeah, there's no ability. If you cannot start a conversation with that theory, the colorblind theory, you cannot start a conversation about racism with that theory. You don't start a conversation about racism, you can't deconstruct. You can't deconstruct, racism continues. It's just that simple.
Yeah, that is true.
But that's all I have
Ferruccio.
to say.
Oh, well, no, thanks for your input.
Yeah, thank you for
Ferruccio.
having me up.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
All right, thank you, darling.
Hey, so melanated, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I gotta charge my phone for just a few.
Okay.
All right? Is there another mod here? Or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, then I'll just plug in and charge. Or actually,
All
yeah,
right,
I'll
Cece,
swap
can I
phones.
mod
I'll be
you?
right back. I'll swap phone. No, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, I'll swap phones.
All right. Ferruccio.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, can you give us your age, race, and pronouns?
Yes, I am 24. Race is biracial, and pronouns are he, him, he.
Okay, so when people see you, what race do they think you are?
They say like I can't say the I word, but it's native, like Native American.
All right, so they see you as indigenous?
Yes.
Okay, all right. One second, let me just adjust the background real quick. All right, so what are your thoughts on the background?
I would say I would disagree. I don't think I don't think there really is color at all. I think it's a good thing that parents are. Yeah, I think it's good that the parents are, teaching their kids not to see that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people focus on those things, and yet they're struggling, in their 9 to 5, like day-to-day lives, living paycheck to paycheck, and it's not something that's really that big a deal. I've worked with a lot of like successful people. I've been in sales. I've been in rooms with guys of all creeds, no matter where they're from, and they're making 6 figures a year, doing really well for themselves. So I think it's something that holds people down, but it's just like it's not. It doesn't really like matter. I would say, because see, the way I was brought up was like it was different. It wasn't like black and white. Like I had a lot of like ethnicities of like friends and whatnot that I hung out with. So it was different for me. I never really.
Marcus is in the middle of an emergency. We're going to go ahead and mute him until he figures that out.
I mean, but if others, disagree, that's completely okay. Like they say, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't racism invented 1400s, maybe somewhere around there, maybe 1500s? The key word is it's invented, right? Just like there was a time where men thought that a woman could be a witch during the Salem witch hunt trials. Us as human beings, we're technically animals and we're still evolving.
But there are real
And
consequences, Ferrucci. Right? There are real consequences to this, and I have to admit, I looked at your content. Do you really think that people don't profile you? You don't think that you should have the talk with, say, your kids? Like, I'm not trying to be sarcastic about it at all.
yeah, that's completely understandable. But I think that would just be. I think it would be good for the kids. I mean, if they want to have that talk, then yeah. But I
No,
would
wait,
definitely.
not this talk, the talk.
Oh, the talk. Okay.
I mean, do you
About the
like
police.
with your kids, like, right? Would you feel like your kids need the talk?
That's if they want to talk about it. But I won't mention it. I'll teach them. Don't even worry about that. Focus on trying to become successful. There's a lot of excuses people have. They say, "Oh, I'm oppressed," and this and that. But those certain subset of people that look a certain way, they don't really want those high paying jobs or professional jobs.
Chio, can I ask you a question if that's okay?
Sure.
Okay, so, and you said when usually people see you, they profile you as indigenous.
Yeah. Some people say even Hispanic, but mostly indigenous.
What is your race again? I'm sorry, I know you said biracial, but like, what is your like background? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm descendant of YT, Native American, and West African.
Okay, so if money was not something that you could use as like and I'm not saying this out of disrespect, I've worked in sales too. I've been in those, I know what those environments are like. If money was not something that you could have respect with, do you honestly think that you would be given opportunities?
I think so. I mean, it's yeah, I still think so. It's really just it depends on the person whether or not they want to go into that field and be successful.
Because I've seen in those environments as well where you could, like I've mentioned, you could be minding your business, doing your thing, you have a strong work ethic, and you could still be singled out because of race or people's assumptions about your race. And you haven't seen that in the field?
No, I haven't because I haven't looked for it. See, the thing that I've been able to successfully do, which was really hard, it's been about I think since 2020. It's been a tough battle for me, but I finally broke out of it. But the main things that I broke away from was my name, my creed, and my religion. So you're born with those three things, and it's just like, do you really support that said thing, or
Not born with
are you
any of
really
those
that
things.
person? But in reality, you're not.
You're not born with any of those things.
Would, can you
Those are all learned behaviors.
can you expand on that a bit? So you said that you like abandoned your name and your religion and creed, or sorry, can you just
Yeah,
expand on that?
I abandoned all three of those because I knew those were going to be the things that were holding me back, and I would listen, to the average like people, like the average American, and it's just like I'm like these guys aren't getting anywhere, and like the advice they're trying to tell me about, oh, certain stuff people are oppressed, and it's hard for them, and it's not even true. There's all diversities of people that have became really successful, right?
But do you see how in saying that you're ignoring the things that other people are going to know about you, whether you tell them that or not? Because what I'm trying to get you to see is that if money and that sort of success was not a way to get respect, you understand that most people are not going to respect you. They're going to see your name, your race, and who you are and go by that. In those circles, they may not talk about that, but they're still perceiving that. And there are other people around you who, and I hate saying this word, but who don't have the privilege of pretending that those things don't exist. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, but they, regardless if they acknowledge it or not, you know, they will still be singled out because of it.
Like I said, it's something that's invented. Is at the end of the day, it's just feelings. It's not really real. You know, this stuff was invented in the
Well,
1400s.
that is a good point, because racism was invented, but that doesn't change the fact that it is still affecting people today. And when people, you know, they bring this up, they're not doing it because it gets them anything. You know, the whole DEI thing and whatnot, that's been erased at this point. And there are people who have lost their jobs now because of that. And if they didn't have money or influence, they would have lost their jobs a long time ago if they're in those circles.
I mean, there's so many. I understand. I agree with that. But there's so many different ways. There was always a different way. You know, you can go into business for yourself. You don't have to rely on another man, you know, for a check. Like now, I'm in business for myself. I used to be in sales, but now I work for myself. And you know, there's just always different ways to improve or adapt. And I just don't believe in the limited mindset, and I don't believe in, you know, I don't believe in things that take power away from me. I don't have space for it. I don't have time for it. You know, for those who are bothered by that, then they should protest it the most or have more complaints. But for me, like, it doesn't bother me. So it's just like, why should I really care? You know, while they just do what they do and stay distracted. That's just more success for me. That's just more, you know, it's hard to explain, but
No, I understand what you're saying. I actually, during the pandemic, I actually took time to learn how to play the game of capitalism. As much as I don't like the system, I'm aware of how it works. I'm able to dismantle it because I know how it works. I know about trading. I know about stocks, bonds, all that stuff. A person that wants to become a business owner still has to go in and get a loan. Do you think that everyone gets do you think everyone gets access to loans and applications the same way?
100% I do.
People do get denied based on skin color. It was found that Navy Federal was denying applications.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
For
it happens a
instance,
lot.
one second, that one.
Sorry.
In these environments, I know exactly what you're talking about. The great equalizer in this equation for you is money and success. But for people who are darker skinned or who may not appear, quote unquote, biracial, they don't even get their foot in the door. You know what I mean? And to you, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that it's a waste of time. It doesn't apply to you, but there's a reason why it doesn't apply to you. And that's why, you know, not seeing color is a problem, is because it's for someone like you, you can do that. And I haven't looked at your page, so I don't know what you look like. I'm just going based on what you're saying.
Sure.
You know, these are sentiments that are echoed by other people who do have YT, privilege. And I don't even know what you look like. And I want to bring it to your attention because most people in this country want to be successful. They want to do the right thing. They want to make an honest living. But there are people in this world, because this is not a perfect scenario, there are people in this world who do whatever they can to keep those people out. And they have to work twice as hard. And that doesn't even touch on, do these people have good mental health? Do these people have families to rely on? They also just made it illegal for a person to have, you can't be homeless. So if, say, a young woman, right, a young Black woman or a young biracial woman, you know, let's switch the gender, and if we want,
Sure.
if she gets harmed and is raped by somebody, do you know her chances of escaping poverty is lessened by like 50%? They will not make it out of that, most likely. They'll be a single mother. And depending on which state you're in, I know the state that I'm in, they cut SNAP benefits and other programs like that for these people. So there's not really a way for that person to get out. that leads directly to the prison or military pipeline. And then those institutions, one moment.
Stop talking. Jeez.
Lucas, if you interrupt one more time, I will drop your ass.
My apologies. I'm sorry about that. I had a phone call. Those people will still not be able to be successful in those environments due to certain issues other people have with them.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's that's just how it is. But whatever's taking course, I'm not going to go against it. I'm just here. I'm just here on this planet. I'm just trying to make the best, best of it that I can. And sometimes you need bad times and different situations like that to become better, to grow from it. You know, I will have to say there must be a balance in the universe. If there's good, there has to be bad. It's just how it is. And as much as I want to go against it and try and correct it, and you know, it's just something it's going to take some time to fix for some people. But it's a slippery slope. But it's something that I've been able to mentally construct and kind of like for the last 4 years, and like, okay, let's stay away from the average people. Like I only hang out, like I don't have any average friends, but I hang out with like people that are multimillionaires, and I'm not a multimillionaire, but I'm getting around the right people. And I'm like, okay, let me get away from, 95% of the people who think this way, or they think of the oppression way. Like it's,
No, I
you know,
understand what you mean. I do think you would actually be a huge benefit for your community. If you're West African and you also, identify with being indigenous and other things, you could actually really help people. It doesn't make you a bad person to not know what to do. It's when you start getting into activism and, you have to do a lot of like inner work. It's not for everybody. Someone who can go to protest may not be the same person that can do social work like one-on-one. So don't lose hope, and you just got to surround your people who have empathy to teach you and help you. But you could be a huge help for people who are struggling,
I do agree. And funny enough, I had somebody who said one time, they said, I don't know which guy they named, but they said something like, you have to know your people or something. I don't know if he was indigenous or not, or maybe West African. I don't know. And then I guess he lost all respect for me. It's okay if you did, but I'm going to be me. But I told him, I said, what do you mean by my people? They're not my people. He was like darker skin. I don't know what he was mixed with, or his descendants were with, but I told him, I said, they're not my people. I said, my people are my friends and my family. And for the people that have been there, during the lowest times of my life, and they've helped me out. When my car broke down, I had friends or family pick me up. Those are my people. Just because there's somebody that looks a certain way, like, oh, you don't know that guy? No, I don't know that guy. I don't care about him. Because you got at the end of the day, these people will still hate on you. They will still have something negative to say about you. They will, pew pew you or jab you with a sharp object. It's not like they're on your side. It's just you, your family, and your friends, the people that are close to you that you know. So
Okay,
I'm
I
sorry.
saw
Did you see it? So melanated.
yeah, so Tall and Sexy is actually up here. So I wanted to invite her to say what she wanted to
There
say.
she is. Sorry.
There was one thing that I wanted to say. I
I
think it
was
was
getting.
CC. No problem. I think it was CC who kept saying it because you kept saying, if they're biracial, biracial. Biracial is a descriptive. That's not what somebody's race is. Nobody looks at somebody and says that they're biracial. There is no look to biracial. They're either a white biracial, a black biracial, an Asian biracial. So I need people to stop sitting there saying somebody's biracial. You're either white, black, Asian, or something.
No, I
'Cause
told
that
him earlier that was not a race. I said it in the comments, but he
no,
kept
but
saying it.
when you were just describing something, you just said if they're black or if they're biracial. That's not a
I said
thing.
in quotes biracial because I don't believe in that.
Right. but just like using the terminology is what gets people confused, because then they think that biracial has a look, or that somebody can tell when somebody's biracial. There's no such thing. They're either white, they're black, they're Asian. That's what they are. Nobody walks up to somebody and say, "Oh, you're monoracial," or "Oh, you're biracial." No, like nobody does that. That was a little.
Well, so just to be fair, Tall, that is what Ferrucci said. He
Right,
was
and
at the
it's
beginning.
incorrect. That's what I'm saying. There's no
No,
such
Tala
look
and
as.
Sexy, I already said that I don't agree with being called biracial. I mentioned in the comments, I said in quotes biracial because I don't agree with it. And not everyone is about that. Like, I don't know how to explain that to people that don't even understand that.
I get that, but when you're using terminology or you're speaking to someone, because you're just talking about loans in the bank, and you literally said if they're black or biracial. That's what you just said. That's the reason why I made the comment, because you made that comment. And I said in the comments, there's no such thing. They're either going to see them as white or black or Asian or whatever they may be, however they phenotypically present. They're not going to look at them in the bank and say that's a biracial person, because it doesn't work that way. That's why I said it, because you made the comment about with the bank loans.
When we repeat the words, right? When especially us up here on the panel, because there's a lot of people, there's only 24 now, but usually there's a lot more people in the chat who are not even at the level that some of the other people are, right? And so when they hear us say those words, then they repeat them. And so that also is an issue. If we say it correctly, then they're more likely to learn it correctly and say it correctly also.
Can I introduce myself? If nobody minds, because I'm just
Wait one
okay.
second. It's going to be up to Melanated, and I'm not sure where she was at.
Melanated, hello.
Are you here?
You out here?
Hang on, wait one
So
second.
actually,
Wait, see if you can respond. Or
yeah, I was responding. Lucas was actually next anyway.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Hello everybody. What should I just say? My age or my ethnicity? What do you want me to say?
Your age, race, and pronouns.
Okay, so I am 22 years old. I go by he, they, and I am white.
Did you say white? Because you kind of cut
I
out.
could say I'm somewhere over there. I don't know exactly where I'm from over there, because I don't have any grandparents, and my parents don't. I said YT
right,
and
your eth. Oh, okay.
All right, so what are your thoughts?
and Arabian or Arab on the topic, or
Well,
what
what are your
everybody else was
thoughts on the
talking about,
topic?
because
Yes,
whatever they were talking about
on the
wasn't a topic.
topic.
I would say parents who teach their kids to not see color. I would say that's probably. I think you should see color. I think you should embrace everybody the same, even though I mean that's for the point of not see color. But I think you should be able to see the color. You should be able to treat people the same, no matter what color or whatever they are. I would think.
Understand what that means to not see color? I didn't mean to do that, but that annoyed me.
It's like see everybody. What do you mean? What does it mean?
What does it mean?
To not see like everybody's the same color or something? I don't know. Just saying. No, you don't see
That's what
color.
she's asking you. What do you think it means?
To see everybody as the same color, or see everybody as same. I guess. I don't. Yeah. To see everybody as the same.
So that's what you just said. You said you see everybody as the same?
Yeah. If you're not seeing color.
Right. I'm asking you, because it sounded like you said you see everybody as the same.
I didn't say that. I was responding to you.
That's why I was asking for.
Or is this question relating to me?
Clarifying. I asked for clarifying because that's what it sounded like. That's why I asked a clarifying question.
Oh. I don't see everybody. I see people as what they are. I do see color. And I don't treat people differently based on their color. I treat everybody the same. Amen.
I don't know 100% what he was trying to say, but I think he was trying to say something like he sees everybody's even, and like I think something like that. I didn't really understand either.
All right, do you want to introduce yourself before giving your input?
Me,
So, yes, age, race, and pronouns.
18. I am a lot of different things. I'm a lot. I'm part Native American, mostly white. Um,
Do you,
and pronouns he him.
or do you look white?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What are your thoughts on the background?
The background, you guys are saying like white privilege and stuff like that. That's what I kind of was picking up on. But I don't feel it that much. I live in not a great part of town. Um, you know, it's just best house here is no more than 300,000 or something. That's a nice house. It's just it doesn't feel like that. It is a lot of white people, but when you're in a struggle, the race doesn't really matter. It's everybody. Everybody's here.
I just want to be clear really quickly. Having a $300,000 house does not make you in the struggle. Let me be very clear about that.
No, I never said I do. I said it was a nicer house in the area.
Yeah, living in an area where there's $300,000 homes does not mean you're in the struggle. You're definitely not in the same struggle I'm in.
I looked on his profile and it seems he's from
And
Southside
that
Chicago. I mean,
struggle,
I've been over there and it's pretty
sir,
bad.
to be clear, sir, that struggle, to be clear,
Yeah.
is nowhere near the same struggle that Black, Indigenous, and other people of color go through based on race.
Okay.
Classism and racism are not the same thing.
Which one do you think's the bigger threat?
What? Are
Which
you
one's worse?
are you unalive for classism?
Yeah, what's
What
going on
happened?
here? Is this
Are you
like class
unalive for classism?
essentialism?
Are you
I'm
unalive
sorry.
for classism, Dominic?
No.
Then why you ask that dumb
Well, she
question?
mentioned it. I didn't know what she was
People
talking about.
people are
I didn't know
unalive
why
for
she was talking
racism.
about it.
But why did you just ask which one is worse? Because literally, racism gets people unalived. Classism does not.
Okay. I agree with you.
FYI, I just realized we hit 7,000 as I put that in the chat.
Oh,
So great job,
congrats.
tappers. Keep
Congrats,
going.
guys.
Let's go for 10,000.
Congratulations, Grammy.
Just an observation.
So melanated, it's her.
But why is it whenever we speak about racism, classism always gets brought up?
I believe it's because how most people see it too is what race occupies a lot of the bottom class, unfortunately, because of racism in the United States.
Which race?
African Americans predominantly,
Why is
unfortunately.
why is that?
What?
Why is that? Let me see where you're going. Why is that?
We're ruled by white people. Country's ruled by white people.
And it's because of what system?
A lot of systems at work.
No. What system is it that has caused that issue?
Racism.
Like you walking into your own answers. Like I'm confused.
I'm confused. You talking about capitalism? I'm a little confused with the system you're talking about. I can think of a couple.
You just said it. Racism. Racism is a
Oh,
system that has created it to where under the hierarchy, Black and Indigenous people have been put on the bottom. Systems have been created to keep us at the bottom.
okay.
In YT society, they equate those things together, but they don't understand that even Black billionaires get racist things done to them. It doesn't change anything. We always bring that up as like they think that is equal to what we go through.
I never said that. I
No,
said other
I'm
people.
referring to the host, what she said, or what they said,
Oh, okay, I got you.
But it would apply because YT people associate class struggle with racial issues. Like they think that that is the same for them, and it's not.
Okay.
That's the only thing that they experience.
And I think that's where the confusion comes from, because I think when Black people or Indigenous people speak on the struggles that they deal with in society because of the racial structure, then white people or other groups say, well, I didn't grow up rich or I didn't grow up that. Nobody said that, because what you guys don't realize is that the system of racism also hurts those people who are also at a certain financial level. And that is because of racism. But it's not racist to you, but you just happen to be afflicted by it as well. Like you get the residual from it as well, because you are at a lower disadvantage. But it doesn't mean that you're dealing with the racism. That in itself is the classism and the capitalism of this country, and all of that is built under the umbrella of racism.
Okay. I agree. I messed up.
I don't know if you guys ever heard this, but there's a scientific study on fleas. There was a group of scientists, and what they did was they had
What does that have to do with
I was just doing
what
an
does that
example.
have to do with this life?
I was just going to, like,
There,
as an
let him
example.
talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, you
If
guys
you don't
said a
mind.
lot of
Tell
things
me,
off
don't tell
topic.
me what to do.
If you don't mind, if you guys
I feel like we should
don't
let
have,
everybody talk. Everybody should have like an open voice.
Yeah, you
if you
guys were
don't have
going off topic.
optimism,
You were
that's
going off
okay.
topic.
No, you're not going to do that. I
Talking
let
over
you talk.
Black people in their life. That is not
Everybody
okay.
stop talking and let So Melanated speak. Let the host speak. Everybody mute. We have to talk one at a time. It gets the live taken down when we don't. Mute until So Melanated's done, please.
Right. So what does fleas have to do with what we're discussing?
I was just saying as an example. I don't know if you're going to be optimistic enough for that, but if you don't mind, I would try and share it. All right. So there was there's these group of scientists that they were experimenting on fleas,
Are
right?
you talking about fleas like that are on dogs?
No,
Okay,
like
just making sure I
like the
understood.
flea, like the insect itself. And they had this jar, right? And these were adult fleas. And what they did was they had them in a controlled environment. They put them inside the jar, closed the lid, and they kept them in there for a couple days. And it turns out, when they opened the lid, they wouldn't jump out. So that was a system that was built to keep them oppressed or inside that pressurized jar or system. And then when they had respawns, then the younger generation of fleas couldn't get out. So it was like this continuum of oppressiveness, and they could never get out, although the lid was open. So
Are
there
you
was a way
comparing
out.
fleas to Black people?
Excuse me.
Did you just try to compare Black people to fleas?
I think he
I don't hear you.
did.
I don't hear you, because you were really bold sitting there saying the story. Did you just try to compare Black people to fleas?
I'm just saying.
No, say what you said. Stand on 10, because you said it bold with your chest, so say it with your chest. Did you just try to compare Black people to fleas?
I didn't mean it that way, but if that's how
You
you
did.
felt, then
No, it's
I'm
not
not. I
how I
didn't mean
felt.
like.
It's not how I felt. Stand on 10 when you say something. I hate people that do that, who sit there, throw rocks, and then try to hide your hand. That's literally what you said. Stand on it. Stand on it and say that you're an idiot. Say that. Say that I'm an idiot. Because to sit there and try to compare what that test was compared to Black people, because you said if they let them out, where has the system of racism moved in this country? Where has there been racial equity in this country?
I'm just
Where?
saying the lid is open.
Answer the question. Where is there racial equity in the United States? Because what I can't stand are people like you. Because where were you born?
I was born in Virginia.
You were born in Virginia?
Yeah,
So you've
Virginia
been to the
Beach,
United States?
to be exact. Yes, United States,
Okay.
Virginia Beach.
Where's your family from?
Virginia?
So your family went through the Atlantic slave trade?
I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I
Are
have
you
to go
not?
back
What?
and look. I come from multiple ethnicities, so
Ethnicity
Wait,
has
hang on a
nothing to do
second.
with what?
or descendants, however
Hang
you
on a
want to.
second. Hang on, Ferruccio. Hang on a second. Lucas, I'm gonna swap you out, okay? You can come back.
I'm sorry, so melanated, because that just pissed
No,
me off. That whole comparison.
I knew that's where he was going.
Yeah, that just pissed me the hell off.
Unfortunately, not everybody can have the optimism to power through that. Just like I said, you know,
First off, let me just explain something to you. Don't sit up in here and try to patronize anybody in here, because I know most of the people in here. I'm mutuals with many of them, and believe me, they are very intelligent, okay, and have powered through many things. So don't sit here and
sure.
try to patronize not one person in this goddamn box when you just sat here and tried to compare the black community to fleas. Don't do that. Don't do that in my face. Don't do that in Soul Melanina's face. I'll be damned. You're not gonna do that. When people are sitting here talking about things that they deal with, especially the racial structure in this country, that has nothing to do with the fact that they don't sit here on a daily basis and fight through to get to what they need to. What we speak about is the fact that there is no equity in it. Why is it that we are fighting 10 times more than someone else to get to the same starting point? That is what we speak about when we talk about the racial oppression that we have in this country. Or the fact that when we go to do certain things, we can have the same credit score, have everything the same as a white person, and still be denied for those same exact loans. Or we are given those loans at a higher APR rate. That's what we are talking about. Those are things that are foundationally found. There's stats that shows it. Medical racism that we deal with within this country. So you sitting here talking about, because they have the ability to get out and they don't. No. Black and indigenous people fight every single, well, I'll say black, brown, and indigenous people fight every single day to get through the systems that are in place to hold us down. So you sitting
Unfortunately,
here saying that people just want to stay there? No, that's not true. We have fought constantly to get to where we need to be. And every time we get to a certain place, it's always taken away from us. We had black communities that were thriving, that were wealthy, and it got taken from us because white people did not want to see us succeed. We have today now people trying to take away certain things like affirmative action and DEI because they think that we should not be in certain places within the workforce. So to sit here and say that people are not, moving their way out of a system or whatever like that is complete bullshit, because we do it every single day. Every single day, people are fighting. That's why we have more black children in college now, getting educated, because people have fought to get them there. That's why we have more black businesses attempting to be open, because we fight to get there. The problem is the systems that keep holding us down or keep fighting against us. We just had a company closed by a right-wing group because of the fact that she was giving loans to black businesses. And a white person felt, I feel some type of way because they're giving money to black businesses. Mind you, there are millions of businesses that give money to white businesses and banks. But because of the fact that this business was giving it to black people, especially black women, she had to say, no, sorry. Let me go use the Civil Rights Act to get this business closed down. And so now that woman has now been shut down. So those black businesses that could get somebody to a certain place cannot happen because you just took away one of the ways that we are able to do it, by getting loans.
gotcha. Yeah, just maybe this is something I can't speak on. There's, I don't know. There'll be some people that will get very, you know, upset about it. That's understandable. It's just maybe that's something I can't speak on. I just had a complete and total
Understand,
different
Pat?
experience.
understand passion, understand upset. I'm not upset. I didn't know you. You can't do nothing to me for me to be upset about you. You're literally a speck of nothing.
Sure.
But passion, yes, I'm very passionate about my community. I am very passionate about trying to make change in this world for my people, for my future grandkids. That's why I am very passionate about that, for other people's grandkids. I'm very passionate about that, just like I'm very passionate about women's rights. I have passion for it because it affects me. It affects my family. It affects my community.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that keep themselves oppressed, But
Wait a second.
If you keep throwing them shots,
Saying
About that too, I think this victim mentality isn't really getting anywhere.
the jar, I'm just saying the jar is open.
That
There's
is
a lot
such
of
a white
opportunity.
response.
hold on,
You
Dominic.
can get out that
Your
jar.
race, your race, right? Your
You're
race is
keeping
white.
yourself in, though. You
Shut
can
up,
get out that
Fruity.
jar. It's
Shut up,
open.
Fruity. Shut up.
One at a
Dominic, your
time.
race is white.
Everybody
Dominic,
mute
your
but
race is
Kim.
white.
Everybody mute but
I'm
Kim.
sorry, what did you say?
Your race is white.
Why do you know my race?
I'm
It doesn't
sorry,
matter.
your race is white,
My
right?
race doesn't matter.
Okay, don't come
You're
at me
white.
and tell me about no
Yes.
victimhood.
My race matters just as much as your race matters.
No,
Nothing.
don't tell me about no victimhood when I'm sitting here talking about what is the racial inequity in this country. You don't get to say that because you have no issue when it comes to what you need to do in this society. Nothing about you being white has any system against you.
Disagree.
Wrong. What system in this country?
You tell me personally something I was
system in
given.
this country?
Why are
harms
you
somebody who's white?
interrupting? Mute your
What
damn
system?
mic.
What system in this country holds back white people because they're white?
Listen,
I
I'm
don't
waiting.
know any. But I also can't think of an organization that holds back African Americans.
What
Because you're
system
white.
in this country holds you back because you are white?
Can I unmute? I keep getting muted every time I'm about to answer. Can I
Because you
talk?
keep over talking.
All right, I'll mute.
Good. Unmute when someone asks you a question and answer it, and then mute back up.
I'm gonna drop and come right back because I got flagged.
All right.
Got it.
Diva.
Hi. My name is Diva. I'm 19. I'm black, and I go by she/her pronouns. Just to have an intro. When y'all sit here and say that we have victim mentality, first of all, that is not true whatsoever. This country has literally was built off the backs of us, built off of our backs, and then it dehumanized us in the same breath. So to sit here and say that, oh, y'all have a victim mentality, no, we don't. We are traumatized by the things that white people done and we carry that trauma through epigenetics, if you knew anything about that. And this is why we don't like when y'all come into our community, take our culture, or teach your kids there is no color, things of that nature. You want to sit here and say that the lid is open, because I see where you tried to go with that analogy, but it wasn't a good one, because the lid is never open. The lid has never been open. The lid is perpetually closed. If it was open, you don't believe that we would all jump out of it? But it's not open. That's the problem. And it will never be open. We have to pass an act to where the hair that naturally comes out of our head. Like, let's be for real. Our black people are being charged higher interest rates compared to their white counterparts who have worse credit scores. What are we talking about? We have to be for real when we're talking about racism, because it's a structure. It is something that our country thrives off of, with white people at the top. You might sit up here and say, well, I don't see how I have privilege. Because you don't understand that it's a privilege to just breathe and walk down the street without a cop seeing, what are you doing? You look suspicious. Or having to clutch your pearls, even. Y'all don't understand none of those things, because that's the privilege of being white in this country. You don't have to worry about redlining. You don't have to worry about medical racism. Because that's the privilege of being white in this country. You get it? Like, It's not just monetarily, it's not just economically, and it's not just laws. It's being able to live without being harassed. That's the problem. When you think that we're playing victim, when we literally have been oppressed for 500 plus years, my people are still in chains, my people are still being strange fruited to this day. Let's be for real. This is why when y'all talk out the side of y'all neck, like racism ended and you're not still oppressed, it makes no sense.
Are you here, so melanated?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I wasn't
Do
sure.
Rucho, do you have anything else to say before I swap you out?
You know, I just say at the end of the day, it you know it's all in the individual. You're just keeping yourself oppressed. There's no excuses. I'm brown. I've had multiple different jobs that I can make very good careers out of. There's no excuses. I never used a race card one time. I have plenty of YT friends, plenty of friends from all over. Doesn't matter from where. I've been able to do business with a lot of people, do sales with a lot of customers. I've even gone inside of customers' homes, things like that, and even closed and sold them. There's no excuse. Don't use the race card.
So you
Say
speak for the
something that
white,
they don't
you
agree
speak for the
with.
black community?
Excuse me.
Do you think your anecdotal thing speaks for the black community? Because many of us have had jobs, have well-paying career jobs. That doesn't mean anything. It's what it took for us to get there. There are many people who have a lot of money, like Oprah Winfrey, who dealt with racism. Beyonce and Serena Williams dealt with medical racism. LeBron James dealt with racism. So what does that have to do with it if you get a good job or if you happen to be around certain people? That doesn't mean that it does not affect you or cannot affect you.
It doesn't. I mean, not to monologue here. I've been pulled over for doing 120 miles per hour. Cop pulled me over. He says, "Are you out of your mind? Like I should give you a ticket." He says,
Sir, you're
"Slow
an
down."
idiot because you were literally breaking the law. So that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No,
Somebody going down their own street in their own neighborhood being pulled over because they happen to have a nice car or they don't think they belong in the neighborhood, that is racism. You being an idiot doing 120, which I doubt you did because you look like a bitch. But I doubt that
Oh, that's so nice.
wasn't
Thank you.
because of racism. That was literally because you were breaking the law.
All right. But yeah, just there's no excuses. I'm brown, and there's a lot of success
Say
left on
something
the
that
table
your
for
white
people.
counterparts don't agree with and see how quickly that changes.
That's completely okay. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm not here to say they're right or wrong. In their own way, they're right, and in other ways, there are other people that are right in
You're
their
being a
way. Both of
centrist.
you are
You're
technically
being a
right.
centrist.
Excuse me.
You're being a centrist about it.
No, not necessarily. Like I said,
Yes, you are. You keep trying to fence it
I
because
mean,
in your world, money is the great equalizer. Well, say something that your YT counterparts don't agree with and see if your money will keep you equal.
well, it's not just that, but I've also been able to go against all those things. Like I said,
I haven't.
like people will say like your people. I'm like, what do you mean my people? They're not my people. My people are my
So
friends and family.
you've othered yourself and you've distanced yourself from your community so you don't have to face the consequences of that. Money means more to you than your own people.
My family, my friends and family.
Friends and family, if they share genetics with you, are also whatever you are.
Yeah,
So
those are my people.
they can be
But
affected by the things that you're choosing not to deal with.
not
Yeah.
necessarily.
Also, Ferrucci, why are you an Andrew Tate fan?
Because I'm an Andrew Tate fan. I mean, it's America.
That explains a lot.
Free speech.
I just discussed. Oh,
Boo.
see, this is what I don't get is that like it seems like you have the boot all the way over your head, and whatever bigoted things or racist things that are happening in our country, whatever misogynistic nonsense, as long as you get yours, you don't care that we live in a deeply racist country that like hurts the minorities in it. Like you don't care about anybody's.
It's not real. It's not real.
Here's the other problem.
They're just feelings. You
No.
think you
All right,
support
hang on
like
a
that's 'cause-
second. Marusha, I'm trying to hear Diva. Go ahead, Diva.
And this is the other problem. So you not only have you've othered yourself, but here's the thing. You are very individualistic, right? And that is a tenet of YT supremacy, which you've been conditioned to think under. That's why you think, oh, if you just pull yourself up by the bootstraps, you'll be all right. When that's not how racism works, because racism has nothing to do with economics. And so the fact that you are thinking in an individualistic mindset clearly shows to me that you have been indoctrinated so far that the boot is you're literally making out with it, and you can't seem to get it out of your mouth. And that's the problem. Us as Black people before colonialism were never individualistic. We always thought as a community, as a group mindset, because it's what's best for us to work together. And if you're brown or whatever, who I seen your page, if you're Black, then the fact that you're thinking individualistically is actually insane. And it shows me that you have so much to unpack and unlearn and to teach yourself that you should go read some books, because it'll be beneficial for you to actually understand that how racism works in this country, because it doesn't matter how much money you got, you will still be affected by racism, and you will still be disenfranchised and disadvantaged compared to your white tea counterparts. Again, Oprah, what's his name? The other one, all of these people had looked very, very, very hard to get where they were at, and they had to fight against racism as well. So I'm gonna need you to go read a couple books.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your time, even for the criticism. I love it. Helps me become a better person. Love the feedback, and I wish the best for you guys. Make America great again. Trump 2024, baby. Let's go.
Bingo.
There goes. You're corny.
Hey everybody, sorry, I'm
On my
back.
nuts, Lucas. Why you on my nuts?
I'm gonna need a
Why
break
am I on your
after
nuts? Because
that.
you keep interrupting people when they're talking.
What you're not gonna do is come up here and be disruptive and just try to center yourself in this conversation, because it's not about you. So you're gonna have to stay on
It's
mute.
not about you either, bro. Who you talking to?
Sir, I am a mod up here. Please don't do me like that, because no, you don't. We are not centering you, YT man. We are just not. It's not about you.
All right, sorry,
Lucas, I have a
Graham. I didn't know
question.
Diva was a mod, by the way.
I don't know why you're talking over me.
If you have a question,
I'm about to ask that question. When you were in the chat, why are you so concerned whether Tall and Sexy is a mod or not?
because because Grammy said that only moderators can talk over people, and I was wondering if she was a moderator.
You've been talking over people.
No, I responded to your question about why I wasn't concerned about people interrupting, and I explained to you because nobody can interrupt. Nobody should be interrupting except for the host and the mods, and it's not your business.
All right. Okay, sorry.
Like I said, stay off my nuts. And so Melanie knows she could cut me off at any point.
All right, I'm sorry, everybody.
Exactly. Now, why did you come up? Did you
That's
have
that.
something
It's not your
else to
business.
add?
Well, no, I mean, I was in here earlier. I would just like to listen and be a part of it if I would like to speak. And if that's not all right with y'all, then that's all right with me. It's fine.
Right, so for the people in the chat that are claiming that they don't see color, if you don't see color, then how in the world did you read that background? I wonder, right?
Yeah, oh, sorry. Can I speak? Sorry. But I don't think that's how color blindness works. I think it's just like you can kind of see the borders of things, and it's like different colors kind of fade into each other. I don't think white fades into purple that much, or like pink and stuff like that. But um, I don't know. I got family members that are colorblind, and we're talking about a lot of this stuff in here, and I do come from a majority white family, and I look white, and most of my close relatives look white, and it seems like you guys just say like everything's given, and I don't. My family hasn't given one thing, and it's a shame because it really just does what a lot of people do, and I think this is victim mentality. I mean, you can look at the history and learn a lot from the history, but to move forward, you gotta evolve on some issues, and I think bring the world with you, but just act.
In order to move forward, how is that going to happen when you want to
All
shut down
right,
any
I just got.
conversation?
I
I
was told to
muted
stop
you.
interrupting. You muted.
I
You
can mute
muted
you as
me.
much as I want.
Calm down, sir. This is a civilized conversation. You don't need to get all. Why are you doing that? She muted you because she's the host.
White
And
fragility, everyone.
what you said, again, I have already addressed why the victimhood, that entire thing that you just said out of your mouth, is incorrect. So I don't know why you're saying it again. And I don't know what you're getting all huffing and puffing for, because none of us are none of us are doing that. None of us are, we're all being cordial, right? What are you getting mad at? Because you're saying factually incorrect things and you're getting muted because you're about to get schooled? Like, let's be for real. Let's be grown-ups, right? You're over the age of 18, right? Okay, then.
The reason I said that I got angry because I was told before that I should interrupt people because I was trying to talk to people and stuff like that. And as soon as I'm talking for a little bit, and I just got muted again. I just got muted. I can't make this
That's
up. I
crazy.
can't
That's
make this
crazy.
up.
Oh, you did not get muted. What happened was your service gave out because we couldn't even hear what you were actually saying. Your service gave out. And I think, quite frankly, that might be a little bit of what's happening here, is that your service is given out and you're thinking you're being muted when you're maybe not quite being muted. But the reality
Okay, I can tell
is
you.
that this is the host's live, and the host will let whoever speak whenever the host wants to. And if they want to stop you right in the middle of you telling a story and move on to someone else and have them start telling a story, they can do that. It's their live. And if they want to have somebody else interrupt you who's maybe not a mod, it's their live. They get to do that. What you are doing right now, maybe you should come back about 10:30 tonight, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have a live about emotional white men. You'd fit right in.
Dang.
Can I speak? The last muting, I will admit, that was me. I got a call in and then just immediately hang up. So the call did come in. The other times,
Right,
I
but
don't know
look
the
at how
excuse.
immature, sir. Look at how immature your behavior was. Look at your behavior. Look at what you did. Look at how you acted because you got a fucking phone call.
That doesn't excuse the 3 other
If I
times I
was
was
your
muted.
mom, I'd be
I was
really
muted 3
disappointed,
other
to be honest.
times. I was muted 3
You know
other
what? But
times.
it's the host's live. It's
That's a
their
dictatorship. That's a
live. If
dictatorship.
they want to play mute game, sir, go start your own live about dictatorships, then I would suggest. And then you can mute whoever you want. But in here, this is their live. You don't get freedom of speech. If you want freedom of speech, you go do that on your panel. This is their panel. And that's how that works. And I stand by that 10 toes down. I don't care what creator it is. I don't have to like you. I don't have to be your friend. In fact, I could hate you, but I will absolutely fight for you to be able to do and say whatever you want to do and say on your page and your page. Deal with it, suck on a baby bottle, and wait your turn.
Can we be honest? Every live is a dictatorship. Why? Because it's their platform. So anything that happens on it, they are the one that deal with the consequences. So if they want to mute people, they want to talk over people, it's their live. It's their house. You're a guest there.
that, but these lives take work. Do you have any idea how hard it is to host a live, let people up, pay attention to the comments, engage with the people on the panel, make sure all hell's not breaking loose in the comments, make sure your guests that are on the panel aren't breaking all hell breaking loose either. It's a lot of work. Plus, you still got to find time to take a sip of water here and there, get up and pee, and do all of this stuff while you're live. For those of you who like to sit here and moan and groan, why don't you? I challenge each of you to go do your own damn live. See how much fun it actually is, and maybe then you would appreciate what these creators and hosts are doing. Quit acting like babies.
Right, because it's a really hard thing. Like, we have to make, like, this is why she has mods, and most creators have mods in the first place, because people will say some really ridiculous stuff, whether on the panel, in the comments, it doesn't matter. You can't do that all by yourself. You just can't. And to sit up here and moan and groan and almost cry, that's insane to me. What are you crying about?
Almost, he is crying.
I am not crying. And you want to talk about moaning and groaning? You guys are just moaning and groaning how hard it is to take care of a TikTok live with 8 people in it. With
Moaning
how
and
many
groaning
mods?
about dealing with
There's like
emotional
3 mods.
white men behavior. Emotional white men behavior. This is what emotional white men do because they're fragile and they can't handle assertive women. They can't handle being told no. They can't handle anything. They expect to walk around and act and behave in egregious fucking manners and then expect everybody to turn around and be like, well, thank you, sir. Have a good day. No. Have the day you deserve and stick an apple where the sun don't shine.
Can I oh
Okay,
can I talk
wait,
to Diva?
wait.
Oh,
No, no. Listen, okay. Grammy, you there?
Got it.
Right. I actually need to step away for a few minutes. So you and Diva got this?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. While I'm
Do
gone,
they have you have mod power? Yep.
hang on, Diva.
oh,
Let me just okay.
I think
So
I've
don't drop
got all of them.
anybody.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. Don't drop anybody. You know, don't mute block unless they say something like really, really egregious. I also want Chris to get to speak next. Is that good? I should be back by then.
Yep, that should be perfect.
All right.
So, Chris.
Oh, my fault. I can speak now. Oh yeah, my fault. How you doing?
Hold on. Is Chris your name?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I get your age, race, and pronouns?
19, African American, West Indian. You said my pronouns?
Yes, sir.
Him, he.
Okay. What's your thoughts on the topic?
When you say colored, and are you talking about like the colors that we're seeing on this live right now, or do you mean colors as in race?
What do you think?
No, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure. That's why yeah.
Can you please stay on mute? So, if it says parents who teach their kids not to see color are neglectful, do you genuinely think you mean the colors on the screen?
No, but when I came in here, the reference were to the colors in the background of the screen. That's the part I entered from. So that's why I asked the question, so I can get more insight so we can have the conversation.
That was someone pivoting.
Right.
Wait, how is that wait, that's a pivot?
Yes, because they're trying to be like, oh well, I see the colors on the screen, and then they're trying to, yeah, they're not being actual like genuine. They're being
Okay, so that's not okay for sure. So could you back to my so
Because the conversation was about race before that, and they pivoted away.
Okay, for sure. Okay, so it's about race. Parents who teach their color not to see color are neglectful. All right, parents who teach kids not to see color are neglectful. Wait, oh yeah. So why would you? I mean, no, I don't think they're neglectful for teaching their kids not to see color at all. To a point. Of course, everyone knows that everyone is different, but to see color, we should all see each other as the same. For example, we're all humans. The skin that we have is just, the body that we were put in.
So is that the reality that we live in, though?
Sadly, no.
Okay, so if that's not the reality that we live in, do you understand why it is neglectful?
No. Because if the reality is leading to something positive, and if everyone was to lead towards that positivity, then eventually we would have everything full of positivity. So if everyone lived as they see no color, everyone lived as everyone is equal, then everything will be fine. So as a human, as for me and my sake, as how I was raised, as I would raise my children the same way, we don't see color. Everyone is equal.
So you're black, right?
100%.
Okay, so you're gonna teach your kids not to see color. What happens when they get pulled over and the police officer sees color? What happens then?
And you said and the police officers kill him?
No, hold on, we can't say that on here.
Oh, my fault. I forgot you can't. My fault, you guys.
Unalive, pew pew, let's
Yeah.
be no. I said when your kids get pulled over by the police and the police 100% see color, what happens then?
Then in that case, then that's the police officer's problem. I mean, it's my problem as a father 100%, but I can't teach my kids. Like, for example, if my kids are racist towards a police officer, then what, like, you feel me? Then how am I teaching? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's a form of racism too. You feel what I'm saying?
Your kids are black, and black people can't be racist.
Black people can't be racist.
No.
I mean, I don't know about that. You feel me? I'm in New York, and you feel me? Black people was beating up Chinese people for a minute. That's racist. You're not telling me that's not racist, bro.
That's
You're not telling. You said what?
Lord have mercy. Now you embarrassing New York City.
Right.
Wait, no. I'm not. You feel me? And that's where I'm from.
First
But I'm
off,
keeping it a buck.
first off, no. If we're gonna be honest, it was not just black people, and
But
that is called
you're right.
is called xenophobia. That is not called racism. If we're gonna have a discussion about racism, please understand the definition of different words and use them properly. That is xenophobia.
Wait,
That
hold
is
on.
not racism.
Wait. So when one race is targeting one specific race, that is a form of racism.
No.
That's not.
Understand the definition of what is racism. Good Lord.
No. You just said I didn't understand. So if I'm wrong, I apologize.
What
Can
is
you
the
explain to me
definition
what
of
racism?
racism? Racism is a system. That system was based on the structure of race. Race was created as a hierarchy system, i.e., putting white people at the top, black and indigenous people at the bottom. That is what the system is of racism. So if white people are the top of the hierarchy, how are we being racist to them?
Wait, so just because they're at the top of the hierarchy, that doesn't mean that the roles can flip, and then just because we're at the bottom, we can't be racist.
No, we could be bigots all day. We could be bigots. We could be discriminatory all day. But racist, no. Racism is a system itself.
Yeah, nah.
Why would white people why would white people, let me ask you a question. Why would white people make a system that puts them at the top of it, right? Puts them at the very top so that they can oppress everybody else. Why would they make a system like that and then make it to where somebody could come along and oppress them? It doesn't make sense. There's according to society, right? It's not anybody on this panel's definition. These aren't our definitions. But according to society, there's nobody above white people on the racial hierarchy to push down on them. So really, racism is reserved for white people. Everybody else can either be like anti-black, anti-indigenous, anti-Asian, but not racist.
So we can't use the word racist until somebody else oppresses them on their arcade.
Unless the entire system that this country was built on changes. No, like this country was built on it. Race was constructed specifically to excuse the enslavement of Africans. That's why it was created. It was created by a Portuguese man and a king, and it was to excuse the enslavement of African people.
I mean, hey, we just gonna for me have to agree to disagree on that
It's not agree
form
to
of the topic.
disagree. Look
No,
it
it is
up.
because you
It's
have your
called
perspective.
Gomez.
What?
Look it up. It's called Gobe de Zarawa in the 1400s. Because race is not a construct that has been here since the dawn of times.
No, yeah, for
Slavery,
sure, but
when
okay.
slavery used to happen, it was because of tribalism, because of religion, and because of the caste system. Obviously, you might want to do your research.
Okay, like I said, we can agree to disagree because, like I said, I don't think for me, like I see other races being racist towards other
That's not
people. You're just
racist.
using
It's called
other
bigotry.
word, but I'm saying you're just using
Not
another.
being
Okay,
racist.
all right,
They're
for sure,
being
for sure. My fault to the host
they're
because we getting
being
off topic.
anti-indigenous
I
or
got to the race side.
anti-Asian,
I went to
but
the
not
race side of the
racist.
top. My fault, 100%. My fault. I went to the race side, but back to the question on the panel. Yeah, no,
The
like I
whole
said,
question's about
I don't.
race.
No, all right, my fault. So we were on the slavery side, and on that side, I'm not educated on. So that side, like she said, I do need to do my research. So it makes no sense for me to even talk about the slavery side of the question. Is what I was saying.
She's very educated on this topic, and I would listen to what she's saying. Okay. Who was next, Eva? Do you remember?
Well,
Yep.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
Lucas is trying to get up. He's like keeps trying to DM me too.
yeah, he's
Care
back in the
about
report.
Lucas.
I
Lucas
don't.
Oh,
has
you guys are buddies? Good
No,
to
he's
know.
DMing me. He followed me, DMing me.
Lucas is your dude.
Oh.
Listen, Lucas apparently wanted to ask me a question. So if you want to let him back up here for whatever you want, that's fine. But there's also someone else in the box as well. So it's up to you, Grammy.
If you feel like he's the one who wants to ask you a question, so if you feel like dealing with him, I'll let him up. If
I'll
not,
entertain
he can wait.
him for like 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. You got 2 minutes, buddy. And that doesn't mean come up here hot either.
Right. Please do not try to censor yourself. If you want to ask me a question, you can ask me a question.
Oh,
And I'm going to try to
I
answer
hit
it
the
to the
wrong
best of my
button.
ability.
Wait. I have a question for Tall and Sexy real quick before y'all start.
That's Lala.
Only because that's who I was talking to before. When you guys say see color, right? You got right? Talking skin color, or do you mean like history wise, story wise, society wise, like that?
What? Wait, can I talk or is it Chris?
No, you can't talk. It's not your turn.
Wait, was he asking me that question?
Nah, yeah, word. I was just trying to word. That was for you.
Oh, repeat
I
it.
think
Sorry.
So when you guys say see color, right? Do you mean are you referring to skin color wise or as people as color like our experience, our history and stuff of like that nature?
Well, if you don't see me, then you can't see that. So when people say I don't see color,
Okay.
right? When they say, "Oh, I just see you as a person," it's like, yeah. But if you don't see me, if you can't see, which is ignorant, if you can't see that I'm a black woman, right? Then that means you don't see me. You don't see who I am, the differences of us as far as like culture and stuff like that. You don't see the struggles that my people have had in this country. That you don't see me.
100%. Okay,
Same thing like
100%.
if I saw someone who is Jewish, if I don't see you, I don't see the struggle that they have gone through and stuff like you have to see people and understand things that they have gone through. It's the same as I see indigenous people. I see who they are. I see the struggle that they have gone through. I see them, having this is their country, but yet they're not welcome here as though this is not their land. Like I see that. You telling people I don't see color, I just see everybody the same means that you are literally erasing everything else that is about them and their community.
For sure. So in that aspect, yeah, to y'all followers and stuff. On that case, I do agree with the panels. I do agree.
Okay, Lucas, what did you want to ask me?
Diva, I was just wondering on you said about the credit rates or something, like they didn't get approved for loans. Do you have any receipts you could show me or you could let me know?
Google it yourself. Google it
All you
yourself.
have to do is Google Wells Fargo Bank of
It's still, I
America.
believe I was talking to you.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, Lala, what's up, girl?
Hey, I don't like the fact that the white man got to go before the white lady. That's insane to me. That
Okay, I'm sorry. You
is
got it.
like blasphemy
Lala, stop.
for me.
Lala, stop.
It is
Let me
though.
speak.
I'm just saying though. Like how did the white man get to go before the white lady? I thought it was supposed to be ladies first.
Let me answer his question. Lucas, that's not what I had said. Clearly you weren't listening
Oh,
to me.
sorry. No, well, you said something along the lines of that.
What I said was, and there are statistics that you can look up because it's late. I'm not doing that for you. I'm not laboring for you unless you're gonna pay me. But what I said is that Black people who have better credit scores than their white teen neighbors, right, are still charged higher interest rates than those white teen neighbors. Because on the sole basis of the fact that they are Black, even though, like Broski tried to sit up here and say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, they've done that and they're still facing racism. They still have to pay higher interest rates. They still have to deal with, for example, a little white T kid came to a Black neighbor's house with a whip trying to get their daughter outside. Like, let's be for real. There was just a white T couple who got arrested
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
for adopting Black children, putting them in a shack and making them work as slaves. They were just arrested. You can go look that up too. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Has nothing. Like racism still persists regardless of how high up you get. In fact, the higher up you get, the worse it gets. Because they're gonna start, oh, well, what did you do for this? And especially if you're a Black woman, oh, you must have did something strange to get up here and this, that, and the third, da 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 da. It goes on and on and on. These things are deeply embedded into our society. That's what I said.
Okay, I'm gonna go check you right now. Thank you for talking.
Hey, Lala. Let me get your girl. Please don't.
Hey, my name is Lala. I'll be 31 on Friday. 31. I made it 31. My race, I am a Black woman. And my pronouns are she, her.
What's your thoughts on the topic?
Parents who teach their kids not to see color are neglectful. That is absolutely true. Because if you don't acknowledge, hold on, because I don't be thinking that people be believing that I be Black, like I'm Black. If you don't see
Can somebody block that
me,
person, Ray? Does anybody say what Ray just said? Can they block them? That was disgusting.
I just did.
where there goes my plan for adopting a bunch of Black kids to work my farm. Ew. You don't even wash your legs. You got MRSA. Ain't nobody worried about what you got to say.
Not the mercy.
Anywho, but if you cannot see me as who I am, then I don't need you in my goddamn life, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if y'all love being white, that's y'all. But I know I love being Black. And if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it in the same skin that I'm in. Absolutely. I love how the sun kisses me. I love how my hair curls. I love how my hair grows to the sun. I love everything about me. I love it. I love my nose. I love my lips. I love my forehead. I love these high cheekbones. I love this jawline. I love me. I love how I don't burn in the sun. I love how I get in the tub every night. I love how I wash my legs. I love how I wash behind my ears, in between my toes. I love the way that I use a wash rag. I love me. And I love my culture. I
If
love
I
how big
was
my eyes.
reincarnated, I would also
I
want to
was.
be
I was
African
still.
American.
I was still speaking. I really like. Please don't do that to me.
What you just said was very ignorant. Please don't say something like that again.
And please, like, please do not interrupt me. Like, if when I'm finished, I promise you I'll go on mute. Like, please don't interrupt me because I didn't interrupt anybody else. So please don't do that to me. Give me the same respect.
You interrupted me.
Lucas, I'm going to drop you back to the comments if you cannot mute.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm just.
Wait, did you just call
It's
somebody
really
sir?
not that hard, you guys.
No, I said I'm sorry. I called nobody sir.
All right, stay on
You
mute.
done? You got it all out? You done? You got it all out? You got it all out? Can I finish? Or are you sure? Or should I make it the Lucas show? You done? Oh, okay. Don't. It's the thing about you pink sapsuckers. You think that it's not even that you think. The world revolves around you. They made it, America was created for the cisgendered Christian white male. And y'all approve us. And right up under that is the white woman. Right up under that. Y'all think that y'all can sit over here and do whatever you want to do without no consequences because you're white. But whenever we stand up for ourselves, it's racism. You're being racist because I told you can't come to my cookout. I'm racist. How about y'all hanging us? Sorry, F1. Putting us in trees. Y'all calling us out of our goddamn own names. Y'all stealing us. Y'all eating us. Y'all feeding our children to alligators. How about that? Take that. Read a book. Goofy.
Earlier you were saying I think earlier you were saying that I was talking over a white woman. But was that true? LA or La? It's still La.
Diva, did you not ask me what my name, age, race, and pronouns was?
I sure did. I don't get how you missed the joke.
And
I know.
didn't I say that my name was what? What did I say my name was? I mean, don't say it, but didn't I clearly state what my name was? Melanated, did I clearly state what my name was?
You stated what your name was.
All right, then. So you see how these pink ass sapsuckers don't pay attention because they don't care. They don't
I
care.
heard your name. Oh, I heard your name, but you just said it before you said your name. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Sir, leave me alone. I set a boundary. Please leave me alone. Don't address me no more. Don't ask me no questions. Please. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Dominic, what do you possibly have to say? I see you coming up off a mute for what?
What happened?
You came up off a mute to say whatever you wanted to say. What did you want to say? For what
What
reason?
she was calling? Wait, what did she say? Like generally, she said something like white people in here, or like something like pink or something.
See,
Why does my race matter?
you're not even paying attention. Please go back on mute.
I was listening.
So
I'm sure you're gonna mute me if I keep talking. I'm sure you're gonna mute me. I don't gotta do.
Yeah, I gave you a chance and you didn't do it.
I can't speak.
So yeah, poetic logic.
Diva,
I sure damn did say pink, Angela. Get your wannabe ass the fuck up out of here. Damn, didn't we already clock your ass last night? I'm sorry, Melanated, for cussing on your panel, but then we already clock you and Lex. Like, why are y'all still here? You at this point, you a fan. Wop 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 wop. La, fuck them up. Like, god dang, are you gonna show Big Mama some love for her birthday or something? You want to pay me or something? You need my cash app or something?
You got
I'm
more
not
roses than
talking
I
to you.
do.
I'm not talking to you, Dominic. I'm talking to these people, Angela and Lex. Show Big Mama some love for her birthday or something. Since you follow me around everywhere I got dang on go, you a fan at this goddamn on point. If either you're a fan of mine or you're a fan of Melanated, but at this point you gonna have to cash out either one of us. Amen.
Amen. But we do have a new panelist. Please, you two on the left, Lucas and Dominic, please stay on mute. Thank you. Poetic Logic, can I please get your name, age, race, and pronouns?
Yeah, name's Poetic Logic, age 36, race Black African, and pronouns he and him.
Okay, what is your thoughts on the topic?
So I guess in response to the prompt, it says what parents who teach their kids not to see color are neglectful. I do feel that it is
I can barely hear you.
Oh yeah, my bad. Can
All
you
right,
hear me
yeah, I'm
now?
going.
Yeah.
Dominic, go back on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Dominic.
That's better.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, I do feel that it is being neglectful. I'm not really a parent, but like my parents, they did tell me as far as the objective truth of the world. That certain privileges that were not afforded to me because of the color of my skin. Growing up in the '90s, you'd see other kids. They would probably be playing with BB guns or excuse me, BB pew pews, and that was not something that I could do because we'd always have to be careful of police being involved. You know what I mean? So it definitely has to do with like, okay, in a situation in which where racism does play a key role in the day-to-day lives of black people. What then? Your child is gonna be disillusioned by what they see. They're gonna be like taken aback. They're not gonna know how to respond. They're not gonna be. You're ultimately setting them up for failure.
So Melanated, did you want to let the other person in the request up? I don't like putting people on people's panels. I don't like doing that because I don't know.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I'm back now. So, right. Michael Myers.
Good evening.
Gosh.
Yeah, I know. Everybody with the name. I come here with respect. I know how the rooms work here, and just to speak on this, I think when people hear, and it's usually the people that are not black who say I don't see color. I think sometimes it's taken the wrong way because when I say that,
Hold on. Can you please give your age, race, and pronouns?
oh yeah, over 18, indigenous, and my adjectives are outstanding and adorable. Okay, so
No pronouns.
you're forcing me to give pronouns.
Then leave.
All
Then
right,
leave.
he, him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
You're
I'll
indigenous to what?
what?
Indigenous to what?
No, I've already given up enough. Can I just answer this, or are you really gonna attack?
Yeah, because all these people pretendians up in here. Indigenous to what?
Why would I pretend? And why
Well,
are you?
hold up.
Why are you doing this?
Did you just imply that she was going to attack you?
No, she was doing that right then. I didn't know I was
Nah.
going to be grilled on
Sir,
being indigenous.
How is she
who?
gonna attack you through a phone?
Okay, I'm sorry. Over questioning me. I'll say that.
The
Who?
reality is, sir,
Put a
is that
name on it.
everybody else has been asked. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Grammy, but I want him to put a name on it. Who you talking about?
Call who was asking me about being indigenous.
You not.
Okay, fine. Then I'm not. I'm white. Are you happy?
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Wow, that's incredible. But so what I was saying is that about seeing color, I know people say that, and then you instantly say, hey, obviously you're there. You're going to see color. What I mean about it is that when I judge a person, I do not see color. So that's the only thing I mean whenever I see that, and when I teach my kids, because we're not like that. We have friends of all colors. Races, whatever. So I don't live my life like that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Oh Lord, all you want. That's why you are where you're at.
So, sir,
Wait, hold on, Diva. Where am I at?
Let's go if you want to do that.
Where am I at?
Where you are. So there are two people. If you let me finish, let's see if this happens, and I'll make it short.
No. Speak on what you said, because you just said that with
Oh,
your
I'm
whole
going to.
chest. So where am I at?
I'm going to. There are two people. There are people that do this thing where it race and it's kept me down and all that, and then there's successful people who teach. Clearly you are on the side of the blame game, and you're not in the position in life you are, because the people who are successful don't do this. They don't attack people.
You who, and how do you know where I
You.
am? Because it seems like it. So that means people of success can't teach about racism. So
Yeah,
stop talking over me.
so what
when
kind of job do you have?
So stop talking over me. So when Oprah Winfrey talks about racism, she's not where she wants to be. When LeBron James talks about racism, he's not where he wants to be. When Steve
Most,
Kerr talks
do you
about
understand
racism,
most
he's not where he
people?
wants to be.
Do you
So
know,
you're
remember,
saying that people that are successful don't talk about racism as
do
though
you know
racism
the
does
difference
not
between
affect them.
most and
I don't know
some?
why your sentence is starting in the middle of mine.
now I'm going to play the mute game. Since you
Again, like I said,
I expected that.
somebody can be successful and still talk about and experience racism. Where we are in life does not stop us from dealing with racism at all. We can have all the sex in the world. Obama got the highest position that there is in this country and dealt with racism every single day of his life, especially during his presidency. So again, tell me how success eliminates you from having to deal with racism, or makes you not speak about it. Because when you don't speak about it and address it, especially if you do get to a certain level or whatever like that, it means that you are literally ignoring the other people who deal with it on a daily basis, who may not be in the same position as you. Having a position of power or status or whatever like that, you actually need to speak out about it, because more people will sit there and listen to it. So I'm confused as to why you think somebody's success would determine if they speak on it or if they deal with it.
Okay. Do you understand the difference between most and some?
Again, do you know the black community? Do you know the black community to say that
You
people
want
are
me to
not
answer questions, but you're not going to
do
answer
you know
mine?
the people that are in the black community to speak about? No, because you're white. So you are not in those discussions. So you to sit there and try to generalize and say that people are not speaking about it within the black community, within themselves or whatever like that, is ignorant, because you're not part of those conversations. Most people, especially in the black community, we don't speak about everything to everybody. Why? Because most people don't understand it, or they try to demonize it or diminish it. So that's why it's not spoken out to everybody. But we do have the conversations within ourselves. I can guarantee you, like LeBron does have those discussions with his family, with his sons, with his players and stuff like that. I can guarantee you that he does that. Are you privy to those conversations? No.
Okay. So
I gotta go. Can I just speak real fast?
Probably not.
So I've grown up in Southside Chicago, 39th. I have been exposed to the black community all my life. And
blackness does not mean
and also, Diva, I looked up your nothing came up to anything.
Proximity to blackness does not mean that you know the black
You got
community.
it, Tone Sexy. All right, you got it.
You're
I
never
grew
gonna
up.
get
I
to
grew up.
finish. You're never gonna get to finish.
All my neighbors. I don't want to brag or nothing, but like I can't
Proximity
talk,
to
and so
blackness does
without
not mean
somebody,
that you know it.
you're literally you're saying don't talk.
So what you're
Don't
not
talk over me. Don't talk over me.
what you're not gonna do is tokenize where you've lived at and grown up at because you think that because your proximity to blackness means you understand anything.
He
You're not
didn't even
gonna
get to finish his thought.
because I know
You
where
got
he's
it.
And you can shut up too.
Well, then
Like
I
for
don't need to
real,
talk
for
about that.
real.
The only position of power you have, Lala.
Hey, Michael Myers, I'm a YT woman, and
No,
I
me
feel the
myself,
same way as
me
the
myself,
black
me
women on
myself and
here.
I,
You
me
just want
myself
to
and I.
fit
He said
in.
my name. He said my name. He said my name. He said my
Been there, done
name.
that.
He
If you want
said
to
my
go one on one
name.
without muting,
Let's
I
go.
would love
Let's
to.
go. Let's go. What you want to talk about? What you
What
want
is
to
your
talk
All
about,
question?
right.
Pinky?
Diva, you're a
Not you,
liar.
Lucas. Nope. Nope.
Nothing you said was
Lucas, shut
true.
up.
Damn, finish.
Lucas, shut up.
Nobody got eaten by
Lucas,
alligator.
shut up.
No idea what you're talking.
Shut up, Lucas. What you want to talk about, Michael?
You shut
Well,
up, bruh. Who you think you talking?
Ooh, bruh.
Lucas,
Ooh,
you will
bruh.
never
Shut
be.
up.
You
You're
shut up,
gonna keep muted.
bruh.
That's
The
what happens
AAVE.
in
You
these
don't
types
even
of
know.
rooms.
You don't even know how to use
Damn,
AAVE
bro. Like, shut up.
properly.
Who do you think you are?
Somebody.
Can I please drop him?
That
Take me
girl.
out, bro. I hate y'all.
Okay. We knew
Yeah,
that already.
Lucas, you can go.
Lucas, you can't get mad in these kinds of rooms, man. You got to know how to handle it.
All right, Michael. Let's go.
Yeah. So here's what happens. This is the time in your life when you have a position of power because no one can stop you from muting. But in real life, you are not doing this. You are not talking.
Who?
You are not talking to
Who?
people like
No,
this.
no, 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 no. Tall and sexy. I promise you, I got it, Mama.
You
I
do this
promise
at
you, I got it.
your
I
job.
promise you, I got it. I
You do
promise
this
you, I
at your
got it.
job.
Yes, yes. Correctional officer, what's up?
Correctional officer.
What's up?
You know what? You might
What's
have.
up?
You might have.
What's up? What's up?
If you're a correctional officer, then yeah, maybe.
What's up? So what's up? What's
What do you
up?
mean? What's up?
What's
Is
up?
it no? But
So
this is
since you say that that I don't, and even if I was not that, I still would do the same goddamn on thing. What are you talking about? I've been pro black since birth. Cause I have parents and grandparents and people in my family who instilled in me to stay black, be black, love black, be black. Black, bleedy, black, black. Everything black. Amen.
so. So
So
you
what are
do
you
get
talking
off
about?
on belittling.
Hold on. I was not finished.
Okay.
I was not finished.
Okay. No, go
So
ahead.
you think that the first time that I ever got in trouble with the law was for busting a white girl in the back of her goddamn on head for calling me an N-word, hard ER. What are you talking about?
Oh, deservedly so.
What are you talking about? So how dare you tell me? How dare you tell LaConya? Not even Lala. How dare you tell LaConya that she won't stand up to a white person? Please.
I didn't say you wouldn't. Are you done?
Please. You did say that. They came out the chat panel. Did he not say that?
I did not say to a white person. I said you would not act like
Chat
this
panel.
outside. I never said to a white person. That sounds racist. I don't talk like that. So, and then
Is that what he implied?
Nobody can be racist to white people.
yeah, that's not true, Grammy. If you look
Grammy.
at the,
Yeah, it is
if you
true.
look at the definition, it
Grammy.
is vague at the end where it says mostly.
Sir, please, Michael, Grammy.
Watch, you're gonna intentionally
did,
change the definition. Watch.
did he not imply that though?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Or am I tripping?
Yes. No, you ain't tripping.
You're not.
Oh, okay.
No.
To you
okay.
people, not to me.
You people.
Yeah, I know.
You people. Okay, white man. All right, so what else you got to say? Come on, because like there's other people on this
I
panel
know,
that
because
need
he
to
said I
talk. So
was.
hurry up.
I said what?
He told me I wasn't successful in life. I'm trying to find out where he thinks that I am in life, because he think he know me.
What I said
makes him so successful. Honestly,
Don't listen to that tall and sexy, because you know what you are.
Oh, no,
tall,
no, no. I just want to hear this.
sexy,
I love
black.
hearing this when you try to tell us what we are. Go ahead.
Okay. What I said, and I did come for you because you came for me. But in all
My
realness,
question about you being indigenous, because many people
Cause
will do
you
that because
ain't.
it's Indians.
She did not come for you at all.
You
oh,
ain't. You can't
Grammy,
get mad because you got
100%. I've
2%.
actually had good
You
dealings
got
with you
2%.
before, Grammy.
Be
You just
quiet.
don't
Be
remember
quiet. Be
that.
quiet. Be 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 quiet. You got 2% of indigenous blood, and now you claim that. What's your tribe?
Aztec.
What's your sub tribe?
I don't know that much about it, to be honest with you. This
Then
is what I'm
you ain't
told.
indigenous.
Then why are you
You ain't
claiming it?
That
indigenous.
means you're not connected to a tribe and you cannot claim indigenous. That's why I asked.
Absolutely
So
not.
that's
Because to be
exactly why
indigenous, you have to be claimed by a tribe
Do
and
you know
connected
correct.
to
do
it.
you know about my life?
I just
If
want to
my
be
father
You
was
ain't
around,
indigenous.
You literally
I
just
just
told on yourself.
want to be clear,
if your
sir.
father was around,
Oh my God.
Yes. My father raised
I
me. My
also
father
had
raised me.
Hold
My
on,
father
Grammy.
raised
Because
me.
what? Hold on. What about my father?
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
What about my daddy? Go ahead,
He
Michael.
asked
What about my daddy?
he asked, did your father raise you? He asked
No,
both of us
I
that.
got that. I want him to
I
say it.
said
Say it with your
my
chest.
father was not around to give me information.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
then
that ain't
how are
what
you
you
claiming
said.
something that you are not a part of?
Tall and sexy. Tell the truth, Michael, because that's not what you said. That's not what you said. We heard what you said.
What?
Say what you said to her,
You
because
do you
no,
know how
no,
to
no, no,
take
no.
things
Be quiet.
literal?
Be
No,
quiet.
no.
Be quiet. Somebody mute
You
him
think I'm
real quick.
listening to you? All you could do is mute me.
I don't do nobody give a fuck. I can't mute
That's
you.
all you could
I
do.
ain't no mod. I'm not no mod in this space, so I can't mute you.
Somebody else has the button, so I'm not going to do it because I think when I do it, it does it when you did it. So
But you just told this woman that, oh, your father was not in your life. We all
I
heard
never
it.
said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I
We
did
not
not.
simple. We are not simple.
You're acting simple.
Your mammy was simple when she had you.
so what you
Okay.
said, you
And that's
did
why you're a
say,
correctional officer.
Michael, you did say, was your father there? I don't know what you meant by that. I'm pretty sure everybody
Trying to act like
has
she
their
ain't had
idea
no
of what
daddy
you
in her
meant,
life.
and I agree with them on that. If that's not what you meant, that's certainly how it came across, and that's what you've got to understand,
Oh, okay.
right?
No, I said
You have to
this is-
understand how that came across, whether you meant it that way or not. I think you did mean it that way,
Are you
but
kidding me?
even if I do think you did mean it that way. But the reality
But I
is
didn't.
that even if you didn't, impact over intent, and that's something that you've got to learn. And as somebody who also has indigenous ancestry, the point that they are making to you is that when you're not
I'm not talking
connected,
to racist people. Hold on.
you're not connected. I don't go around and tell people that I am indigenous because I'm not connected. Because I didn't have my dad there to pass information down to me also, right? So I don't do that. I make it very clear. Everybody here has heard me say it a million times. I have indigenous ancestry. And that's very different than walking through the world, being seen as an indigenous person. And that is very different than walking the world as a black person. That is what they are trying to explain to you. And the fact that you are sitting here fighting so hard only speaks to the white fragility, right? That you get from being seen as white or close to white. From your
Hey,
white privilege causes white fragility.
I have indigenous
If you say so.
ancestry as well. I have indigenous ancestry as well. I have a
No, you
indigenous
don't.
name.
No, you
Yes, I
don't.
do. Yes,
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
She does.
Yes, I do.
No, she
Michael,
doesn't.
don't
Yes,
do
I do.
that.
I bet she does.
Yes,
And
I
you
No,
have
do.
she
no
does
way of
not.
knowing if she does or not. And
Yes, I
you
do.
have no way of
Yes, I
knowing
do.
that.
Exactly. And you
I have
have
a
no way of
name.
knowing
I do.
about me.
You
What
have
is
no
your
way of knowing
indigenous
about her.
name? What is your
You're making
indigenous
a point.
name? What is your indigenous name? What is it? How do you introduce yourself? You don't know. You don't know. I see. I know. I just don't claim it because I was raised up in a black household. Amen.
I'm the
hey,
same.
Michael, I have
Yeah.
a question. Who were you
Sure.
talking to off the phone that said, hold on, when you told them, hold on, you're talking to racist people?
Oh, my daughter.
Oh, So, does your daughter know that you're racist? And are you teaching her to be racist also?
You heard
Her
her?
pink ass racist
No, she
too.
says, "Does your daughter know you're racist?" And she said, "Why do you?" She said, "Why do you think that?"
Because he said a bunch of racist
daddy.
ass comments in the panel. You think that black people can be racist, and when I came up to say black people, I was saying something along the lines of anti-racist rhetoric, and you said I just want to fit in. So you believe that a YT
Pull
woman?
that up right now where I said you want to fit in.
You literally
I will
fucking said
cash
it,
up
dude. I've been
everybody
waiting for 20
$100
minutes.
in here if I
Well,
ever
start
said
doing it. Start doing it. Because when you better start, because when
that.
I
No kidding. I
chimed
will
in on
literally cash
something,
up everybody
when
from
I
this
chimed
live,
in on
including the chat,
something,
$100.
you said you just want to fit in. So I
You
would
did
like for
say
you to
that.
I would
I
like for
heard
you
you.
to
I said
explain
I
to
want to
me.
fit in.
No, you said I want to fit in.
No,
That
somebody else
me.
must have said that to you for real.
Bro,
I did
you the
not say
only
that.
white racist person on the panel. Well, I'm racist too because all white people are. But you're the only openly like super YT racist person saying YT racist shit on the panel. I feel sorry for your daughter, to be honest.
You feel sorry for my daughter?
I do.
Yeah, she's only a year away from graduating USC and doing very well and loves me very much. So
That's
you can feel
incredible
sorry
for
for her all
you.
you
But
want.
does she like? But does she love black people?
Yes,
Or
she
is she
does.
racist like you?
You can ask her right now. She loves black people too.
She racist like you. Does she wear? Does she love them? Does she love
I
them?
can attest for my father.
Your
he
dad
not
is racist as fuck.
Why is he racist?
So let me
He
explain
is.
why he's
I'm
racist.
gonna let the black women on the panel he's been racist to explain that to you.
Can I ask a
You
question?
should see this. It's unbelievable.
So can I ask a question? Like, why would he ask a black person if their father was in their life when we weren't speaking about fathers?
No. Please let me explain this. What I meant, because I meant towards me, I said, "Is your father in your life?" Because mine wasn't. That's all I meant. I swear to you
Was
that. I
though.
swear to you, I
Mine
did not
was
mean
though,
that.
Michael.
So
Mine was though.
hold on a second. Hold on.
I swear
So
on
why
everything, I did not mean
I got you,
to
So
put
Todd.
that towards you.
why would that have been brought up to me when I asked a specific question about a tribe claiming you?
Because all I found out was that we're Aztec and we're indigenous.
All you
And
had to say was no, I'm not connected, so I should not be claiming it. You didn't have to bring in nobody's father or ask about my father.
like you tell them what you are, and then still they just keep like coming at you no matter
Because
what.
what are you talking about?
So
So you don't understand what it means to claim indigenous. You can't claim it just because somewhere down your lineage that you have it. That's not being indigenous. That just means somewhere in your lineage that you have indigenous. That doesn't mean that you can claim indigenous. Claiming indigenous is different than saying that you have it in your line. That's why we corrected you. But
Tall and sexy.
you can't seem to take that. You seem to take it as somebody is attacking you because we're telling you can't claim indigenous. But you yourself even said that you're not connected to it. You
I
have
didn't
no
say that.
idea
You
about
did.
it.
I never said that it wasn't connected to
You're
it.
not connected if a tribe is not
Yes, you
claiming
did.
you. You just said that you don't
Yes, you
even know
did.
anything about it because you didn't know your
You
father,
don't know your
which means
tribe
you
or
are
your
not
sub
connected.
tribe.
No, I knew some of my father. I saw him.
You're
No,
not
Most of the
connected.
time he wasn't there.
That means you're
Tyler,
not
sexy.
connected.
Tyler,
If
sexy.
it's your
Tag
father
me in.
that has that part of the indigenous, then you are not connected.
Are you finished? So, like, I was just telling you to just tag me in when you finish.
I wanted to say something real quick about
Hold
race,
on. Me,
Lala.
myself, and I. Hold
Okay.
on. Because I literally just asked you, what was your tribe? You said the tribe, and then I asked you what was your sub tribe, and then I asked you what was your indigenous name, and you could not provide me the answers. And then you told to Tall and Sexy, oh, where was your father?
I
Even
said
though that Joe did it, hold on. Just
I
because your
explained that
pappy,
already, though. I
hey, even
explained it
though that,
already.
will you stop? Will you stop for a second? That's that
Sure.
privilege showing. Stop.
Yes.
Relax for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Then you insinuated that her father was not in her life. That's what you insinuated. You don't know that woman from a can of goddamn on paint. Amen. You don't know if her daddy was there or if he wasn't. You don't know if he passed away when she was born. You don't know none of that. So who are you to ask her a question about her daddy because you don't know yours?
And
Because your daddy was a
for the
a
record,
deadbeat.
my daddy was
That's
there
not what I
from.
meant.
For the record, my daddy was there from day one. He passed away 3 years ago at 93. In my life, his entire life,
Hey,
Amen.
until he passed away. Clock that.
amen,
I'm sorry
amen.
about that.
Look at that black, look at that black king. Hey, no, don't apologize for that. He lived a healthy, long life.
Jimmy Q, don't
She
worry
don't
about
need
it,
your
man. You gotta
she
man.
don't
You
need a
gotta
hold
try to
on, be
help.
quiet,
No, I'm
Michael.
talking to
Be
I'm not
quiet.
talking to you.
Be quiet. She don't need your
Never made me be
apologies
quiet.
for her loss. She don't need your apologies for her loss.
I don't need your
Her
opinion.
daddy. Why are you here then? Anywho, she don't need your apologies for her loss. Her daddy lived a long, good, healthy black life. Amen.
Amen.
So, Michael,
Sure.
quickly, I just want to reiterate to you what I said earlier and what they've been
Okay.
trying to explain to you.
Grammy, real quick though, I did not mean it like that. I was just
Michael,
trying to make a point.
okay,
Hang on a
that's
second.
not the reality is that's not for me to determine, and that's not something you need to talk to me about. That's something you need to talk to them about.
I did.
And okay, well then don't talk to me about it because it wasn't something that you said to me. But the reality is, Michael, is that there's a big difference between having indigenous ancestry versus walking through this world being seen as an indigenous person.
Okay.
That is
Fair
vastly
enough.
different. That also,
Fair
okay,
enough.
is vastly, vastly different than walking through this world as a black person. Vastly
Can I speak
different.
now?
Fair
Oh,
enough.
yes, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll talk to my auntie, try to get more info for next time. So
Can I speak, Michael?
who? Oh yeah, of course. My bad.
I wasn't asking for permission. So,
Okay.
why did you address Grammy to say what you didn't mean
Because she
when
was
she's
talking
not
to
the
me.
one that you were speaking to?
Because she started talking to me.
But you're trying to explain yourself, but you're explaining yourself to the white woman on the panel
I
instead
explained
of
it
the
to
black woman.
the other two as well.
But why did you say Grammy and then address Grammy?
Because she started talking to me and she said, "Hey, I would like to tell." And I said, "I just want to let you know that's not what I meant," because she was going there again. So there I was addressing it before. Like, do you know how much time has been wasted on this thing about the father where all I meant was your dad around because mine wasn't. So this is being taken so literal and it's not like that. I did not say, "Is your father around? Is your father this? Is your father?" I never went into it. And trust me, I'm not the person that will backpedal, and I'm not afraid of anybody on this planet. I would say something, but no, it really wasn't like that. And if you guys don't accept it, then that's fine. But I promise you, I did not mean it like that.
Right. Diva, I see that you have your hand up.
Right. So, here's my thing. They've already. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? They've already addressed you with the indigenous thing. What I'm going to address is came into the panel talking about, well, I don't see color. This, that, and the third, and blase, right? And you have your own children and your own daughter right next to you, yet. So you didn't teach her that she as a white woman has inherent power in this world? You didn't teach her that black people are oppressed in this world because you taught her not to see color, judge people off of their character?
How about asking me instead of?
No, because I already know.
Can I tell you something?
No, you can't. I'm not done. Okay. And here's the thing. What I'm going to address is the fact that it is neglectful, right? It's neglectful because you're not teaching your children that they have inherent power in the world and that black people and indigenous people are put down constantly. It's not everybody's human. That yes, everybody is human, but to not understand and see the people for who they are, the struggles they've been through, and how all of that makes them who they are as a person, not just as a person, but as a community. If you didn't teach that, then Do you not see how neglectful and how much erasure that is?
And I did teach that to them.
So why are you coming up here spewing micro and macro aggressions, asking people about their fathers, and then getting upset when we put you in your place?
Oh my gosh, I'm asking about I can't believe you said you weren't going to beat the dead horse, and there you go again.
Because I named a couple different things. I named that because it's a good prime example. But I named a couple of different things. To see how you only caught up on one, you're not paying attention.
I'm 100% paying attention.
See, that's the problem. You want to keep talking. You're talking to respond. You're listening to respond. You're not listening to actually hear and understand.
Okay. But when you're done, let me know, and then I'll respond to you.
Pause. That's what we needed this entire time. See, y'all have no impulse control. You don't want to accept that you are wrong. You don't want to accept that you have been spewing a lot of racist rhetoric on here. You have, period, point blank, and I've been patient. That's why I've been listening and watching you. I'm a people watcher. I know how y'all move. Y'all move exactly the same because y'all don't want to accept that y'all have privilege, and that's why y'all don't teach your children that the basics of racism and how it works in their benefit and how the entire world especially in America, caters towards them. That's the problem. That's why we're saying parents who don't teach their kids to see color are neglectful, because you're misunderstanding the key point and how this country is literally operating. But then again, that's your white privilege. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And don't forget, Michael, in the beginning, you said that Black people that talk about racism are victims. Yeah.
Well, can I respond first?
Let them respond, and then I just got like 3 questions to ask him, and then.
Okay.
Where'd she go?
Diva, the way that you said, "Oh, you came up here, I don't see color." No, that's not what I said at all. I said we all see color. So I'll repeat it again because everyone keeps saying stuff that I didn't say, especially the one that just left here. She said I typed something in there, and it's all there. You could scroll back, and she literally lied. So parents teach their kids not to see color is neglectful. And what I said is absolutely there's color. We all see color. I said the way that I mean it is that I don't judge a person when I meet them by their color. So when I meet a person, my mom literally said, your assholes come in every color. That's how I was taught. My mother was a beautiful woman. She did not care about any of that. She didn't teach me any of that. And no, I'm not done. I'd let you finish. Can I please finish?
Michael, let me tell you something.
Yeah, see, so you could cut me off, but I can't.
I can cut you off whenever. But Michael, that is exactly what color means. I don't get why you're trying to spin it in some way that it's like da-da-da-da. That's exactly what I don't see color mean.
Because you don't listen.
Everybody has asshole. Da-da-da-da-da. That's exactly
the real racist here.
Means. And please don't call me a racist, because I'm not.
Then are.
I'm not. Black people cannot be racist. And
Michael.
Hold on. Number two, I have every reason to have the hostility and the passion for not only my people.
I was just trying to tell you, we can barely hear you, Susko.
Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry. But I literally have every right? We don't go by Oxford Dictionary in here. That's the problem with y'all. Here's the thing. I have every right to talk to you how I'm talking to you, because your forefathers and even to this day, the system that you benefit from, right? I will, Lala. Hold on. The system that you benefit from, the ones that your forefathers named so they can oppress my people. I have every right to talk to you however I'm talking to you. I have every right to mute you whenever I feel like, and I have every right to cut you off whenever I can because of epigenetics, and I'm taking it out on you because what you're not going to do.
Michael, stop interrupting.
What you're not going to do is
He
tell me how
interrupted me. Why is that allowed?
What you're not going to do is tell me how I can feel, how I can talk to you, etc. Because I have every right to enact reparations on your behind. Let's cut it right there. You don't got no white tea privilege in this life, period.
Right. Michael, before you unmute your mic, I actually want to hear from Mama Bird. He's been waiting patiently. All right, go ahead, Mama Bird.
So thank you, host. For those of y'all that don't know me, I'm going to introduce myself to you. Hawaii, Donhe, Kluetawan, Wajaji, Jajewita, Mama Bird the comedian, social media, Jajewita, Wajaji, Osage, Oklahoma, Hawaii. What I said to you all is, hello, how are you? My Wajaji name is Shiwachi Zigo. My social media name is Mama Bird the comedian. I am Wajaji. I'm Osage from the Waukali, Pawhuska district, Oklahoma. Hello. Michael, I have a question for you. You say you're indigenous, and I asked you something that's very common amongst all Native and indigenous people here. When I asked, who's your people? It's not being ugly. We ask that amongst one another. Who's your people? Who claims you?
Well, you've
Where do you
seen,
come from?
you've been seeing
Hold
what's
on,
going on, right?
hold on, please. I'm asking respectfully, please.
Oh, I thought you were
I
done. My
asked,
bad. I thought you were done. My bad.
I asked you that,
He is done.
and immediately in the comments, when I asked that, you went, not yours. I didn't come at you rudely. I didn't come at you disrespectfully. I asked you something that every Native and Indigenous person here knows. And that for me, when you said that, was very troublesome for me, very problematic. Now, I'm a connected Wajaji woman. I was born and raised with my people. I know our history, I know our culture, I know our language, I know our traditions, I know our creation story. I'm very heavily involved with our tribal government. I have a degree in Native American Studies with an emphasis, specialization in history and culture, as well as tribal leadership. So once again, I'm going to ask you politely, who's your people?
Got you. Are you done?
Mama, can you say it again in your native tongue?
Hawaii, Donhe, Kluetawan, Wishaji, Jajewita, Mama Bird the comedian, social media, Jajewita, Wajaji, Osage, Wakokali, Hawaii. Now, Michael, I've been nothing but respectful to you, and yet you want to throw these macroaggressions at me, and I'm going to ask why.
So first off, my bad. I am one that actually will say I apologize, because we're here supposed to talk about, seeing color, neglectful, and then here we go with, I say that. And it's funny, regardless, let's just even say if I am or I'm not, it has nothing to do with what we are chatting about. And then everybody starts coming at me about it. Okay. So then I see you in there and I'm like, why is this big of an issue? Because before you got in here, all I know, my father was not around, and through my aunt and family, they just said we're indigenous, Aztec, and that's all I really know. So now the way you're talking, trust me, it's definitely not on that level. And if I shouldn't be claiming indigenous, then I totally understand that. Or if I can get more info on it, then I can try to find out, through the family. So then that way it can, but I appreciate you coming at me respectfully, unlike the one that's making faces right now. This is why there's no respect in this world, because
Macro
people,
has
hold on, Mama, let me see, here we go.
You have acted here.
Here we go.
Let me ask you a quick question. I want to ask you a question, Michael.
No, but Mama, aren't you and I talking? Like,
Michael,
Stop, Michael. Stop. I'm asking you respectfully to please show respect to the women in this panel. I'm asking you.
Shouldn't I get respect as well?
As a Native woman, there's no reason for this. And I'll tell you right now, it's giving very misogynistic. So please stop. because I'm
Okay.
going to educate you on something. Okay. And again, I've been respectful to you.
If she was a man, would that make
Michael,
a difference?
we're not going to deflect.
Yeah, no,
I'm
but
going to
that
keep
no,
you on
you are.
track.
You know, you're.
I've been nothing but respectful and kind. We're not going to be microaggressive. We're just not. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not in the mood for it. I'm going to be honest with you all. My mom is in the hospital. My mother has had a stroke.
I'm so sorry. I did not know that, or I
Thank
never
you.
would have
It's okay.
sent the
Nobody
live feed.
did. Nobody
I'm
did.
sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
I'll
It's
pray
okay.
for
It's
your mom.
okay. It's okay. So this is why I say
Including me, I'm
we're not
praying for her.
showing any micro or macro aggressions. What I am willing to do is I'm going to educate you on something. And I don't say that ugly. I'm going to tell you as an Osage woman, why this also matters to us, to indigenous people, as well as our beautiful Black kings and queens of Turtle Island. Why this is so important. Because in this country alone, indigenous and Black people are not considered human. We're not human. Black men and women and their children and their ancestors and their descendants, until things are changed, are still looked at and considered 3/5 of a human. Do you know that the U.S. Congress goes back every 25 years to recodify the law that gives them the right to even vote? That's the first thing. The second thing I'm going to teach you is this. As a Native woman, as an Osage woman, I'm still considered cattle amongst the United States government. See, indigenous people in this country, we are the only mammals that are forced to prove pedigree, and they use the term blood quantum. If you would ever read that Indian Citizenship Act, you would know we still do not have the same rights as citizens in this country. Black and brown people, we are stalked, we are profiled, we have a higher rate of innocent convictions in the prison system, the modern day slave trade, than these people. So to say, I don't see color is a disrespect, because when you say, I don't see color, you know what? As a brown woman, you don't see me.
Another
As a
person
Black
that
woman,
wasn't listening.
hold on.
You
I'm
didn't
not
hear me
done.
though. You said something
I'm going to
false.
listen to you, but let me finish. Allow me to finish, because I'm going to repeat this a fourth time. I've been nothing but respectful and kind to you at a time that's very hard for me right now, okay? So once again, allow me please to give you this knowledge, because I heard you say you're not connected to your people. You've been told this. So this is important information, and I'm not being facetious. I'm not being ugly. I'm not trying to attack or bully. I'm trying to tell you, as and given the fact you're claiming indigenous, okay, is one indigenous person to another as a connected, culturally and traditionally connected person to another? I want to share this with you so you'll understand. So maybe you can understand. You'll never understand what diva, what melanated, what so melanated, what it's still LA. You'll never understand what they've gone through, because, and neither will I. Do you know why? We're not Black. We're not Black. Granny will never understand that, because we're not Black. But when anyone says, and I use the word you as a whole, when you say, I don't see color, that is one of the awfulest, it's the most disrespectful thing you can say to a BIPOC person. Because it means you don't see me. I'm brown. I'm native. There's no denying that. Look at me. There's no denying who I am in this world. And you don't see me? The U.S. government already acknowledges that they think I'm not worth anything but what's on a card. But now, and again, I use the word you as a whole, meaning the whole populace. And now you who say, I don't see color. Now you're telling me you don't see me? Because this is what I ask many people. When you see me, what ghosts of my ancestors do you see? Just like with Diva, with It's Still, with Melanated, with So Melanated, and you claiming to be indigenous, saying you're indigenous. What do you see when you look at you? What ghosts of your ancestors do you see? You may not be connected. You may still be learning, but what do you see? And that's only a question you can answer. And with that, I'm gonna yield my time. And I thank you all for allowing me up.
Mama, before he goes, you notice like how like all indigenous people have like this part on their lip. Where was it, Michael? And then I also asked him what was his mama, you can come off because I'm speaking to you. I know my indigenous name. I just wasn't raised in that culture. I was raised in my Black culture. So I won't claim that I am.
You got some strong warriors in you. You've got some strong ancestors in you.
And every time that I cut my hair, like before anyone, before anything happens, everything in my life goes in shambles. I'm gonna leave my hair alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But this is how you can tell. This is how you can tell. I swear, like in the nose shape, even though my nose is a lot broader than yours, but the shape of the nose.
It's really not. It's real. Your nose is really, I promise you, is really not broader than mine.
It is it is because I can put two fingers in here. It's broader than yours.
We got the same nose and lip setup, Lala. I got the thing on top of my lip too.
Yeah, but that's an indigenous trademark. Like that, I swear.
Well,
because if you're not, then you don't have that. You don't have that.
Well, we as indigenous people, we also have other markings, like our children are born with what they call blue spots, and that's for another life. But I want to say something else, and I apologize.
You want to see
I apologize for deflecting.
Hold on, Mama, because you done said something about them blue spots.
Do what?
I had to take. You said something about them blue spots.
Yeah. The Mongolian birthmark. Yes.
Don't play with me, Michael. No, don't you ever play with me.
Indigenous children have that birthmark.
Do what?
Hold on, Thunder. I know who I am, Shawty. I told you who I was. I have my name.
Yeah, she just gets to have her name and that's it.
Yeah, but
Wow. Hold on.
At least I know my daddy.
Can I respond to you, or
Hold on.
At least I know my daddy.
Hold on 1 second. As somebody claiming to be indigenous and a man, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Can I respond to you now?
Mm-mm.
Michael, you have
Mm-mm.
Michael,
been
I'm addressing
talking
you.
for so
You're
long.
not
You've been
She
Without
saying
sentient
being
for
no.
way too long. Stop interrupting people. There are other people on the panel.
She's saying no. She don't want to talk to you right now. She was talking to me. But yeah,
what I'm saying is this. We don't. I asked you
eh,
respectfully, Michael. Michael, I've asked you several times respectfully to stop with the micro and the macro aggressions. Why is that so difficult?
I can't imagine living my life like
You
this.
see what I was saying, Mama? This is what I was
Okay,
you,
talking
you
about.
can't.
I
This
All
couldn't
is
right,
imagine
then you
living
know
my
what?
life without no
Then
culture.
I
hold
I
honestly
on,
feel
couldn't
hold
sad.
on,
I
hold
imagine
feel
on.
living my
sorry
You
life
for
with
you.
no
guys,
culture.
do me a favor and mute. Do me a favor and mute. Do me a favor and mute just a moment, because I got this one. Let me tell you something right now. Then you can't imagine living your life like this. Get back in that white privilege world that you've been born and raised in, because that's exactly what you're showing. That's exactly what you're displaying. And let me tell you something. That bullshit of claiming to be indigenous is not a fucking wild card for you to come in and to be misogynistic and to be rude and disrespectful and show racist ideology. That's a bunch of horse shit. That's nothing but a fucking pretendian.
was my question.
Do not claim to be indigenous around me, because I'll tell you what, I will call you out on every social platform. I am sick and
Oh
so
no.
goddamn tired of all of you all with your ancestry and 23andMe and oh my granny said I am bullshit. So you can use that as a goddamn wild card to come in into black and brown spaces and pull the shit that you do. Take your white fucking ass and your white fucking privilege and go back to your white fucking world, because that's where you belong. Because let me tell you something, being native, we're not a costume. It is not a holiday. This is our life. And if it is too much for you, get back to where you belong with your white people. Period.
I'm still trying to figure out what's his native name, Mama.
I'm
I
not
want to know
worried
it.
about that. What makes me
I want to
angry
know
more
it.
than anything, what aggravates me more than anything, is when we have individuals like this that want to come up and spew this type of hate and then try to say, oh, but I'm indigenous. And then when
Yeah.
somebody who is indigenous says, who's your people? Not yours. You know what? You're right. You're
Hey, but
right. You're not my
Mama,
people, and you're not a part of any of these indigenous peoples, these beautiful indigenous peoples of Turtle Island. Damn it, I'm tired. I am too tired for this. I am too exhausted for this. And let
Mama,
me tell you something.
Mama.
Michael,
Thunder
your
mute.
mama should have swallowed.
Oh, Mama. But look, you notice that every last one of them say that, oh, I'm Cherokee. You Cherokee, but you from Oklahoma.
Yeah, and
You
because
you
we have two
Have you
Cherokee
done a
tribes.
DNA test
Hold
you
on.
yet
you
to
Cherokee
even?
hold on,
We have two
hold on.
Cherokee tribes here in
No,
Oklahoma.
I get that. No, I get that. But then you ask them what's their sub tribe. They don't know.
What do you mean, what's their sub tribe?
They don't know. They don't. This is just what my granny told me.
What I ask people when they claim they're Cherokee is which band. We have 3 federally recognized band of Cherokee people. There are 2 in Oklahoma, and there's 1 in North Carolina. And if they can't
Okay.
tell me,
See, I'm
then
from
they're not
Alabama.
part of it.
I'm from Alabama. I'm from like the northern part of Alabama.
So then I have a feeling I know which band that you belong to, and that if you
I don't know too much because I was raised in an African American household.
right,
Don't know too
right.
much. What a shock.
What
Michael, you don't know
I didn't say
shit.
I didn't
Michael,
go
you don't know
out
anything
here
about your
Because you're
saying.
not
people. Why
indigenous.
are you
I
even
didn't.
judging?
I never,
You're not
Michael. I never
indigenous.
sat over here and said that I was
Yes, you
half.
did.
No, I didn't.
Have a
No, I
name.
did not. Hey,
She said she
when
has a
y'all
name.
asked me
She
what
didn't
my
say she
name,
was
age, race, and
American.
pronouns, what did I say? Did I say black or did I say I was black and indigenous? Did I say I was black? Because I could have sworn I said that I was
You
black.
did. You said black
I
and raised in a black household. That's what you said. And not connected to your indigenous culture. That is what you said, but that you
but
do have your name.
I do have my name. That's
Correct.
it. That's it. And that's all that I have. So you can't fault me for that. Like my grandma, My grandma, she passed away. My grandpa, he passed away. Like, what do you expect from me? I don't to go to go and I'm not sitting over here saying that. Oh well, I'm black and indigenous. I'm black and Native American because to make myself. Oh,
You
your
did
hair
say
is so
that.
long. It's so. No, I did
You said
not. No, I
exactly
did
that.
not.
Yeah,
No,
you
the fuck
did.
I didn't.
You
No,
just
I
said it
didn't.
right now.
Yeah, you
No, I
did.
didn't. No, I didn't. You know that these lives are recorded, right?
And
And we can replay everything that everyone has
And
said.
Thunder,
I
you haven't
never.
introduced. Okay, all right, that's it. Michael, hush.
Thunder heard
Thunder,
it.
you have not been introduced yet, so I don't know why you're speaking.
I never said that because one thing that I don't do because I don't know enough and I was not raised in that culture is to disrespect another culture because I have culture. I mean, I'm sorry that your white ass ain't got no culture.
I never
So
disrespected another
yes,
culture.
you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you
When?
did. Because you lied and said that you was one, and you not. And then, anywho, then you also sat over here and tried to act like people ain't got daddies. Just because you didn't have,
Whatever on
just
that.
because you didn't have no daddy, just because
So shut
you
your
didn't have
mouth.
no daddy,
Okay.
your white tea mama, little stanky coochie, didn't have enough power. Amen.
You
Oh
have
It
to
didn't
Lord.
take
have enough
her.
You're the one
power.
that
It
has
didn't.
no
It did
power.
not
Paris
have.
gonna have to take her
Yes, I
down.
do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
No,
Yes, I
you
do.
don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. See the power of that right there.
That's it.
Silence.
All you have
Silence.
here.
Shh.
Real life.
Shh. What? La, fuck them up.
So, Michael, I'm curious if you are. I'm curious. Are you now that you have a better understanding? I'm curious how you present. Is what like that. That's what I want to know. Do you walk through life being seen as a white man, or do you? How do you walk through life?
So, no, and Grammy really, because again, like I said, I've had actually good dealings with you on here, and then this is the first time I've had it seem like an issue or whatever. But
You see how he has all the
can you be
respect for the
quiet
white
for
people?
once?
No, I
He's
won't.
trying
I
hard,
won't.
ain't he?
I will not be quiet
The
because
only one allowed
you
to interrupt.
spoke so. No, I will not be quiet because you spoke so highly to Grammy. You spoke so highly to Mama. But when me and Diva have something to say, then
Disrespectful.
you got it. How are we
Been
being
disrespectful.
disrespectful because
Hold
we
on,
telling you
Lala.
about because we telling you about yourself.
Hold on, Lala. I have yet to be disrespectful
Talking
to
about my mama.
I have yet to be
Fuck your
disrespectful
mama.
to you.
Yeah, there you go.
I have yet to be
Answered your own
disrespectful.
question.
Go drink a bottle, Michael. Do you need a
Fuck your
diaper
mama.
change?
What
Like,
was
Fuck your mama. Do
fucking
you want me to
hell.
do a TikTok on her grave or something?
what
Like,
was your
fuck your
question,
mama.
Grammy? What was your question?
Fuck her.
Y'all F1 in the comments, please. Again, Michael, you're white. You need to go be with your white people. I'm gonna drop.
Bitch.
I am not in the space for this. I cannot stand dealing with
Not
these
your mama.
types of
His
people.
mama.
No, mama.
Because let me tell you something. These types of individuals are harmful to brown and black communities, and especially when they want to try to
Or
throw
harsh.
that I'm indigenous as a wild card. They try to use it as an excuse to be close to get into close proximity to us to try to spew this crap.
Or 10 times more harm.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you
You
are.
are. Because let me tell you something, white bitch. Let me tell you something.
Thank God.
I'm the one that is boots on the ground. I'm the one that is boots on the ground. I'm the one that's boots on the ground for ICWA. I'm the one that's boots on the ground for MMIW, MMIR, MMIP, and I guarantee you have no idea what any of those acronyms mean. I'm the one who is boots on the ground fighting for our land rights, our land back, for clean water. Not you. You're one of those wanting a damn check and that's all you want in a card. So you think you can get some benefits. Man, miss me with that shit. Get on back to your white people where you belong.
And
That
search
sounded
them
like a racist
landfills.
statement right there,
Search them
honestly.
landfills.
Eduardo, mute.
Search search them landfills.
Exactly.
Thank you, Mama Bird, for coming up.
Miss Diva, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mama Bird, again. I'm really
Please.
sorry about your mom.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
it's okay.
Everything's okay. Sending
She's
love. Okay.
thank you. I
She gonna
appreciate
be
it.
okay. She gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
she's going to be great. She's going to be good. But
please
let me
do.
tell you something. When they tell you, "Oh, I'm indigenous," but I am refuse, like I said, anyone that knows, when it's like, "Who's your people?" They have no problems. Just like I had no problems telling you all, I'm Osage. Our traditional name is Wajaji. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from the Pawhuska, Wakakali district. My people go back to the beginning of when we came here. And I don't mean the Trail of Tears came here. I'm talking about that creation story when we came from the heavens here. I'm from 6 of the 25 original families. My family is that connected.
Hey, Jonathan Pierce.
Anyway,
I'll be on your
I think
job
you'll
first
find.
thing in the morning. I'll be on your job first thing in the morning. Amen.
Anyway, I thank you all for having me. I appreciate your time. Y'all be safe. Y'all keep up the good work. And I will see you all soon. Doksha.
All right, take care. Thank you, Mama Bird.
Okay, I think Nunya joined before Eduardo, but I may.
Eduardo was here first.
Okay. Eduardo, can I get your. How would you say?
You asked what now?
Can I get your age, race, and pronouns?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that this racist panel's racist, and y'all set us colored people back by years.
Poor
You set us back by
Eduardo.
years.
He needs a bottle. He can't answer the
All you
question.
are racist.
Name
All you are
age,
racist. That's
race,
all I want.
pronouns,
I want
Eduardo.
to
Or are
join
you
the
going
panel
to
to
sit
say
up
that
here
you're
and
racist.
show everybody your emotional mantra?
I just.
We'll give you the floor. Go ahead. Show
No,
everybody
it's like
your
that's
emotional
all I wanted to
mantra.
say is that you're racist. All you are racist.
Okay.
Hey,
Are
so
you done?
Eduardo,
What's up?
¿qué pasa?
Not much. Just chilling.
Bien. Me too. So look, show me a policy that any black or brown person can be racist. Can you name me a policy,
I'm just
practice, or law?
curious. Do you treat white people at your day job like the way you treat them on this panel?
No, Eduardo.
Do you
Answer
treat
my question,
people like
Eduardo.
white people or whatever? Do you treat them like this
I'm
at
at
your day
this point.
job
I'm
as
finna call
well?
you abuelita. At this point, so she can goddamn hit your ass with that stick. Hush. Now answer my question. Name
I'm
me
not.
a practice, policy, or law.
I already told you I'm not gonna do it. But do
Okay,
you
then
treat white
leave.
people like
Then
this at
okay,
your
then
day
bye,
job?
bye,
If he's not
bye,
engaging, why is he here?
bye,
Racist.
If he's not
bye.
engaging, why is he here? Why are you here if you're not
Goodbye.
engaging?
I did that.
Goodbye.
That was me. If he's not going to answer, I did it. You can
Like
spank me
just
for it tomorrow.
like name it. Name it. If we're so racist, then name the policy, name the practice, name the law.
Don't you see that though, Lala? Like they don't ever feel like they have to actually engage with anything that we're talking about. They just come up and they make a bunch of accusations, and then they just disregard everything that we would hold them to task over.
Hey,
Amen.
Nonya. I completely
Do your
agree.
age, race, and
Yeah,
pronouns, Noya. Sorry.
please.
He's been here before, but
Yeah, I don't know because I came here yesterday. Nobody asked me to do that, so I didn't. Am I supposed to do that now?
yeah, just go ahead and do it.
Okay. Nunya, 40, black, and he, him, his, they, them, theirs.
Okay.
No, you were 40.
Yeah, there ain't no way you're 40. You sound 23.
You were in your
Wait till y'all see him. Wait till y'all see him.
Oh, hush! Stop. No, but I just turned 40 in May. But you were asking me something. I'm sorry.
What's your thoughts on the topic?
Parents who teach their kids to not see color are neglectful. I would say that they're neglectful. I would say that they're actually not necessarily neglectful. They're upholding American culture. I think that if anything, they're just continuing the legacy of white supremacy.
Hey, no, yeah, you do me a favor.
You're
Will you read Daniel McNeil's? Let me go ahead and get
put that
that
in the
real
comments,
quick.
or yeah, whatever you need to.
Says hold on, shoot, my screenshot's in the way. The view on welfare. Can you explain welfare to this fine white man?
The view on they're asking us to explain how that welfare system
No,
works.
he's saying that all of us are on welfare.
Well, no, they
Knowing
outnumber us on welfare. Like
exactly.
white welfare recipients outnumber black welfare recipients. As a matter of fact, white Americans were the very first, well, white Europeans, the people who came over here from Europe to escape the squalor of Europe, only came here to apply for welfare in America. And when they applied for welfare in America, the reason why they created welfare systems is because as they were inviting you over, they didn't realize that you didn't have the capacity to care for yourselves, nor did you have the capital to participate economically. So they ended up creating the welfare system to meet the needs of, so the single motherhood legacy starts with white women in this country. So to meet the needs of single white women who were either abandoned by their husbands or who either they would have been unalived because, a lot of white people at that time were very lawless people. And so the welfare system was created to deal with white people. And then because they never wanted black people to engage in upward mobility, the welfare system is something that we eventually had to rely on. But I mean, I can ask any black person who's on welfare that if they could easily find a way to offer welfare to be able to stabilize their lives, they would do so. But America doesn't give us a sense that we can stabilize our lives.
Miss Dawn, this YT lady.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Cause this your hoe? This your hoe? This your hoe? And I pray that y'all don't have kids because you ugly and she ugly too. Good God Almighty, and y'all ain't got lips. Raising the next school pupil. And you talking about welfare, public schools. That's welfare. If your kids are in public schools, that's welfare. You dumb pink bitch. Put F1 in the chats because I cursed too much.
Pell Grants are also welfare.
Welfare. You goofy, stupid, dumb son of a bitch. Your mammy should have swallowed you. You should have been on a towel. You should have been down her throat. Stop playing with me before I cuss your pink ass the fuck out. Amen. Ma'am.
School lunches also
That part.
welfare.
We're whispering. Grammy. Take a lap, Lala. Before they okay. Drop me.
I'm not good at whispering.
You fucking pink bitches.
She needed to take a lap because I'm trying to protect the live as much as possible.
You can drop her. You drop her. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but no, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Miss Dawn, that's in the comments. Since you got so much to say, why don't you come up here? Because you sit up there yelling.
She's just too scared.
Like, do you rap or do you tweet? Because I can't tell. Get in the booth, bitch. Because I hate y'all keyboard warriors. Oh, you were getting blocked.
F1 in the chat. F1, F1, F1. Let's not give her what she wants. She's going to have to work real hard to get the live taken down.
Please
So,
tap the screen.
hashtag TikTok shop. We love the ice maker and the pants and the dresses. We love all of it.
What's your favorite color? Type it in chat.
Purple. What's the last movie you watched?
I think it was Island of Dogs, if I'm remembering correctly, but that's the last movie that made an impression on me.
I honestly can't remember the last movie I watched. Like movies, sit down and watch a movie.
John Brown, why do you gotta be so specific with the green? Hunter Green. Lala, when is your birthday? Happy birthday, girl, but when is your birthday? Ratatouille. It's Friday, so you're a Leo?
Only what I watched, yeah.
I should have known you were a Leo. Lala.
Already in Leo? I thought we were still in Cancer. No, we're in Cancer. Friday's not Leo.
Friday.
Middle of July.
No, because my Friday is, my father turns 70 on Thursday, and Friday he's a Cancer.
I am lying. My bad. I am lying.
Yeah, my sister's a Cancer.
I am lying. My bad. Isn't it the end of Cancer's what, the 21st or 22nd?
Yeah, that makes sense now. With Leo energy. She's a Cancer with Leo energy.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That cusp.
She right approaching the cusp, yeah.
I won't be surprised if her rising's in Leo. I wouldn't really.
No, I wouldn't either. Her rising or her moon.
I
No.
wouldn't be surprised at all.
I could see her moon in Libra.
Gotta know
'cause
what
she's very
type
balanced and fair.
that.
And again, Grammy?
You have to know like what time you were born to figure out your rising and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out.
Hey, man.
I don't know all that. You don't know what time you was born, La?
You don't know what
Don't put that
time-
on the internet.
Yeah,
no.
don't put it out.
Don't put that on the internet. No, we
You
good.
don't do that. But you don't know what time you were born. If you do, you know what I'm saying? If you
Look it
want,
up.
yeah, just look it up. There's like free stuff. I
You
think
can probably chat GPT this shit now. Damn.
no, don't do that.
It should be on your birth certificate. Your birth time will be on your birth certificate.
That's true.
I think mine's is funny because it's like a beat. If that makes any sense, it's funny.
This lady is on fire. Lala, why you always gotta be extra? She always do the most.
Lala.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. She gonna put that shit right up.
Lala, you can't put that in chat. People will take that and try to do stuff. Don't put that in.
No, don't do that because you know what she's gonna say. I don't give a fuck.
Did we do a 5-second mute to remove it? I don't know if we should leave it.
Say,
Like
who
that.
gonna hex me? Girl. Ugh.
That's my sis though. That's my sis. That's how I know my.
But no, if you want to actually like look more into that, AstroSeek is a very, very, very good website to like look up all that stuff. To like, it'll give you a breakdown. It'll show you what house it's in, like what it will tell you the whole shebang for the free ski.
Look, I'm gonna be Scorpio all the way across the board.
Listen, I have an Aquarius stellium in my 12th house. Freaking hate it here. 12th house is like all about your inner self. Like, so like I'm an Aquarius. So my Aquarius is so I'm Aquarius sun, and that means it's in detriment because this Leo is ruled by the sun. And Aquarius and Leo are sister signs, so because we're 6 months apart from each other. So when Aquarius is in the sun, it's in detriment. It doesn't do its best there. And then it's in my 12th house, meaning it's all about me, my inside, and all of that. I'm in a prison of my own making, basically.
I know I'm Scorpio. That's about it. And I did a thing one time, but I don't have to find it. I saved it on my phone, but I never got a chance to look at it. I think we have someone in the box. No, we don't. Somebody said they requested, though. Cock, we don't see you in the box, Cock.
Yeah. Also, Pickle Prince, I see you everywhere. It's like you follow me, or you just follow these people all the time. Stowe? Like, I'm finna go to the Stowe. Do you not know what that is? Like, do you want me to say Stora? Is that better for you? Like, sitting up here trying to correct somebody.
Oh,
If you have a private account, I don't think we can see it.
yeah,
Are you
yeah.
here so melanated?
I don't know. The melanated?
Y'all don't pay attention. Y'all wouldn't let me. I said keep me in the queue till I came back from the store.
Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay, go
I
ahead.
was trying my best.
Drop and I'll get you when you come back from the store.
The stove.
The stove.
Yeah, I'm going to the stove.
Right?
I'm not going to the store. I'm going to the store. I'm going to the corner store.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going where the hood niggas at. Hey man, bye.
We'll leave you. Send us a thumbs up when you're back. Right. I probably still will end up bringing her back up because I'll be too stoned to not pay attention.
Man, I wish that was me, because I'm irritated.
I'm sorry. Weed always helps me when I'm irritated.
I know. I have to wait until my man gets home. Like, I have to wait till Friday till he gets paid so I can go get a new vape. And then I have to wait till he gets home so we can have more gardening tools. I'm so upset.
Gardening tools galore.
Lucky you. Freaking and here's the thing. I wouldn't be as pressed if he wasn't all the way in Virginia.
Well, when I say tools, I mean literal tools, not the gardening substance, but, like things to smoke out of. I need a new bong, is what I need.
I think he just bought a new ong.
Yeah. My neighbor gave me one. They moved and they didn't want to take it with them, so they gave me one. Looks brand new. It's like a big plastic, got the rubber stuff on the outside. Big plastic rubber pieces. It's big. It's too big for me. Like, I'm 50. I don't need a bong like that. I have a little bitty baby bong that's like this big.
Nah, we
it's
have
the cutest little thing.
I think my boyfriend just got a beaker. You're a private account and the host is not here. We can't bring you up, babe. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if we could, we would.
Wait, if you unprivate and then request, we can bring you up.
Right. At this point, if you want to join the conversation, you're just gonna have to. I get that, but you're just gonna have to unprivate your account at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have to be TikTok safe, Grammy. So call it an apparatus.
Apparatus. Sorry, my apparatuses. Yeah, you just go unprivate long enough, and we'll bring you up, and then you can private it again once you're up here.
But yeah, and the people upstairs decide they need to stomp to walk when you just don't need to do that. I see. Do whatever you gotta do. It's just we can't bring you up here on a private account. That's just it. That's what it is. I'm so tired. I was gonna make ramen, but I know because I ate lunch at like 5 o'clock, but then it's almost 12 o'clock where I'm at, and
Lucas is
why? Please don't let him back up here.
We're not doing nothing you tell us to do, Lucas. Learn some manners. Learn to say please.
I literally had to knock. I literally had to knock on because I'm in the back, and it's fine. Everything's fine, but I had to knock on my neighbor's door the other night because they wanted to play loud music. It's playing in the front of their house, and I can hear it all the way in the back of mine.
That's not
what.
considered.
And then here's the thing. I was knocking. They acted like they didn't hear me the first time, so I knocked again. They were like. They didn't open the door or nothing. It was like, who is it? And I'm like, your neighbor. And they freaking ignored me.
I looked it up. Oh, sorry. I looked it up. It said her rising might be Libra.
What?
They said that her rising sign might be Libra, which is interesting because I thought it could. No, her moon sign, but yeah, no, her rising sign. They said it might be in Libra.
And what about her moon?
I didn't check her moon. Let me check. Hold on. I mean, she's still gonna have to do the test. I did it on like on an AI thing, but she can still do it herself. But that's what
Yeah.
it said.
I mean, I definitely see the Libra. Like, I could, I'm an Aquarius. I can feel the air in her, but her rising, it's giving Libra.
Who, Lucas? Who's spouting a whole load of BS now?
So she's a double Cancer.
Double Cancer.
That's a lot.
That's a
That's a lot
lot.
of energy. That Cancer energy is different. Those people don't play.
I
Those
have
people do not play.
I have 2 sisters that are Cancers, and then a best friend that's a Cancer. They hate when they're wrong, and they can't never accept when they're wrong at all.
That and they are the kindest people on the face of the earth. They will literally rip the skin off their back if it will save your life. But if you get on them people bad side, I feel bad for you. That is the sign. That is the last sign you want to get on the bad side of. They'll do everything they can to keep you from their bad side.
Host, are you back?
Yeah, I've been back. I had so many things to say, I couldn't get to say it. So I'm gonna restart the live.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I think we're gonna play bingo. Get your daubers, get your cards.